What's up, folks? It is the MJ Morning Show. MJ and the crew here, 6:01. It is a Thursday. And, Festa, you be looking like a giant tomato today.
Yeah.
Just thought I'd point that out.
Thank you.
And, tomatoes are kind of on my mind today. Did you see, it's pretty funny, a story comes out that Trump thought that he was going to be hit with dangerous fruit.
Yeah, rotten fruit or dangerous fruit. I saw it, yeah.
What is a dangerous fruit? Is that like a spiky pineapple?
You know what? Before I saw the story, I was at the supermarket and I bought some avocados that weren't quite ripe yet.
Right.
And that
those can be like baseballs.
Yeah. And then as soon as I read the article about him being afraid of fruit peltings, I was like, oh my God, if you took an avocado and hit the former president with it, that'd leave a welt.
You hollowed it out and put a grenade in it.
Okay, that's totally different.
Hold on, what kind of sickness are you thinking about there?
Avocados from Mexico.
I mean, that would be a dangerous fruit.
Okay.
Well, you're right.
Roxanne,
Explosives in it.
It would be a dangerous Twinkie as well if you hollowed out a Twinkie and put an explosive device. So that's what you're thinking about over there, is making explosive fruit?
All right.
Or just tape a knife to it.
Looks like Roxanne sat in a Taliban meeting or something in the last couple hours.
I did. That's right.
Hollow out the avocado and put a grenade in it.
No, the reason why I'm saying tomatoes, and I happen to have a story about Trump being afraid of tomatoes and other things, is you're wearing this big red shirt today.
Oh, yeah. Listen, I take looking like a tomato as a compliment, so I thank you, sir.
Now, if you want to know what the hell I'm talking about, I'm not hallucinating over here. Former President Donald Trump feared that he would be hit with dangerous fruit by protesters during rallies or events, speaking under oath back in October for a lawsuit that alleges his staff assaulted protesters outside of Trump Tower in 2015. Trump was pressed on a remark that he made telling supporters to knock the crap out of someone if they threw a tomato toward the candidate.
Great.
It was dangerous, the former president said, according to the deposition, which was released on Tuesday.
Ooh.
So that's why this is coming out now, is the depo was just released. Man, this microphone, son of a... Man, this microphone is like, it's like, it won't stay.
Tighten your screw. Is it the joint or is it where the mic holds?
It's the arm. It's like, jeez.
It's very bouncy.
Son of a...
It's got a spring in it or
folks,
something.
if you're watching MJ TV right now...
I just love how when you let go of it, it just goes right back up.
Hello!
All right, so
Hello!
MJ stands a whopping 5'6.5", and the microphone is like 6'4" when the spring is let go. So anytime MJ lets his hand off, it rises above his head.
This place is a dump. Has there been any talk about our new studio? Or
Look how clean we keep this. Take good care of it.
Folks, if you don't watch MJ TV, it might be worth it to check it out later on and watch the replay. Is this? You know what? I'm going home.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Hold on. Before you go home, let me see if I can't find a couple of old phone books or old production logs.
I mean, the microphone will not stay in.
Oh, my gosh.
I mean, this is just ridiculous.
All right.
I have an idea.
This is just.
How did that happen over the last 24 hours?
You know what? It's been.
Here we go. Watch out.
It's been inching toward this direction.
You
can't put that on there.
That's a terrible
Froggy.
idea.
That is going to. You can't put that.
I was thinking
It's going to fall. You can't do that.
Maybe something like a phone book on
top. Froggy just took a massive bucket.
You just need a little weight.
Let's see if I can't rig up some staplers or something.
I mean, this could be the most ridiculous.
Can you tilt the inside of the mic part down?
I got some fish.
Hello, yes, hi. I'm now.
It looks like a movie boom mic or something.
Now I've got a movie boom mic. Can you see this scoop? Is this? Oh, okay.
There we go.
Okay. Hello.
Yeah, there we go.
Hi, everybody.
That's not a good look at all.
All right, folks.
I got some fishing line. You want me to bring it in and tie it maybe somewhere?
That's a good idea.
You got to watch this, folks. If you missed it, if you missed what's going on here, if you're not watching MJ TV right now, you can watch it later. Hey, how does it work? Can somebody join right now and watch MJ TV and roll it back?
Yeah, if somebody logs in right now, you can rewind it. So it saves as it keeps going.
Oh, I got you.
So when we finish the show, it's practically ready to watch as soon as we wrap things up.
I'm watching it right now, and it's about 30 seconds delayed, and there you are talking into the microphone, and there's my belly.
All right. So MJMorningshow.com. MJMorningshow.com allows you to then click on MJTV. The whole show is on video. Every morning, the whole show is live streaming on video. We've got cameras in the studio, and you can see the struggle that I'm having with our microphone arm.
I've got my.
This is just.
I got my throw magnet. You think they could maybe magnetize it and?
This is just ridiculous beyond belief.
What if we hang our keys from the bottom of your mic cage and then it'll just weigh it down a little?
It's a great idea.
All right, look, folks, we're just getting rolling here. I didn't even get to my Trump flying fruit and dangerous tomato story. All right,
All right, we gotta take a break.
Don't force it.
Just take a break. Just take a break.
All right, folks.
We'll figure it out.
Hold on a minute. No, I think I've got it angled.
But now you can't move it at all.
No,
all day.
I can't. All right, just getting started, folks. This is a comical episode of idiocy. If you want to see the video, MJMorningshow.com. Now, whatever I did, now it's staying. But for 5 minutes now, I've been struggling with this freaking microphone. All right. I'll tell you what, I'll get back to the dangerous fruit in just a minute here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Just getting rolling. Through 6:18 on this Thursday as we just get rolling. If you're just tuning in, I just had a massive struggle. It's MJ versus the machine. Well, MJ versus the microphone. What do you think of my fix? It's pretty good looking, isn't it?
I just saw it now.
Are you just noticing
That's
this?
amazing.
All right. So
Duct tape is always a good fix for everything, right?
is it all duct tape?
Dude, what do you?
All I can see on my side is the duct tape.
Dude,
And then it's okay. The tape is on your side.
yeah, the tape is on my side. If you're just tuning in, and I'll show the camera in a second.
You could have just hung the thing from the bottom.
What?
You're such a non-engineering mind.
What are you talking about?
Like this. Look, you could have done
No, don't mess with the microphone.
Look.
What? Oh, well, now you're gonna weigh it down too much. Now, no,
Well,
you
because
can't,
we
But
have
then you
two
could remove
devices.
the tape.
that's not heavy
That
enough.
one would have done it. You didn't have to tape the thing. You look like a buffoon.
Originally, I thought you were going to hang an ornament from the cage just to pull it down a little bit.
All right, here's the deal. If you're just tuning in, as we launch the show at 6:00, the microphone that I use is on a boom arm. It's like, you know those old desk lamps with the what was that old
Boom arm?
Remember the first Pixar video
Yeah.
with the
light.
the lamp, the light. Yeah, it's that spring loaded metal arm that you could. Our microphones are on these microphone arms. And as we started the show today, the microphone would not stay in position. It just kept going up. It's like it's worn out. So I'm trying to open the show today, and I had a 5-minute struggle with the freaking microphone in this place.
Wow, it's perfectly weighed out now.
Exactly. So what I did was I grabbed a Scotch tape dispenser
What
from
if we need Scotch tape?
Well, it still works technically, I think.
Oh, look at that.
Hang on a minute. I think hold on, no, hang on. No, I guess it's not.
Oh.
So I grabbed some duct tape, which happened to be in the studio, and I took a Scotch tape dispenser and I stuck the Scotch tape dispenser on the microphone, and I had to wrap tape all the way around it. So let me show the microphone here. I'm showing the microphone to the camera so everyone can see this.
That's a beauty.
Hey, Coop, does it look? Can you see it? Can you see what I've done here?
Yeah. So
All right.
The problem is,
I'm still trying to figure it out.
What are you trying to figure out? I took a Scotch tape dispenser and some black duct tape, and I taped the Scotch tape dispenser to the microphone arm to weigh it down so the microphone doesn't go whoop.
They're not going to like that.
Oh, yeah. Ted's going to say, MJ, you've defiled the studio with tape, and, it doesn't look too good, MJ. And,
So it doesn't look good. The tape dispenser's stuffed up at the top of the mic.
Yeah.
Well,
there's better ways to handle this, MJ.
You want a new studio? This isn't the way to go about it.
Yeah, if you want a new studio, this isn't the way to go about it.
Is this studio? This is very strange, though. I can't figure out why is the spring springier? Don't things get less springy as they age?
Oh,
Like how
I don't know. These springs
that doesn't make sense that it's flying upwards.
I don't know what the hell's going on, but all I know is this studio is falling apart, and every day that we're actually on the air, I think is a Jesus miracle.
So take it in.
Oh my Jesus!
Absolutely. All right, so where was I? I was trying to open the show with the fruit story, which I found very funny.
You were talking about the mic for 20 minutes. So.
That's true. Can I go back to the fruit story?
Yes.
This all started because Fester's wearing like a big, bright red shirt. Is that a Bucks logo in the middle? I can't see it. There's no line of sight.
Very
in this.
tiny Buccaneers logo
I
in the
see
middle.
I see it.
But it's a long sleeve shirt, and I look just like a
Big flying tomato.
Big.
So I said, you know what? Hey, Trump was afraid of being hit with tomatoes. This is actually, it's pretty funny. So Trump is getting deposed because back in 2015, I guess his security at Trump Tower, when he was running for president, when he was seeking the nomination, his security at Trump Tower in New York, which is on 5th Avenue in between 57th and 56th, and his security roughed up some protesters, I guess.
okay.
And now it's finally gone to it's going to trial, so they're doing depositions now. And former President Trump feared that he'd be hit with dangerous fruit by protesters during rallies, saying that it could be lethal. Now, I don't know how getting hit with fruit could be lethal unless, as Roxanne suggested, that it would be a what fruit did you want to put the grenade in?
Well, an avocado would hide it the best because avocados are naturally heavy.
Yeah, well, I guess a pineapple kind of They call them pineapple grenades, right?
I mean, you could load
That's
up
true.
a watermelon with them, too, now that you think about it.
Trump was speaking under oath back in October for a lawsuit that alleges that his staff roughed up protesters outside of Trump Tower right on the sidewalk in 2015. Now, the Depp was done back in October, but it's just coming out. It was just released on Tuesday. What was dangerous after Trump said it was very, very dangerous? So the lawyer for the plaintiff or the plaintiffs that got roughed up, the lawyer says, what was dangerous? Because Trump said, oh, it was very dangerous. Trump said we were threatened. When asked what he was threatened with, Trump revealed that they were going to throw fruit. We were told, I thought the Secret Service was involved in that, but we were told, and you get hit with fruit. It's no very violent stuff. I'm reading verbatim here. We were on alert for that. A tomato is a fruit after all. I guess that's what the other lawyer said. At this point, Trump's attorney, Jeffrey Goldman, jumped in, confirming that tomatoes are categorized as fruit.
So,
I mean, this is what's going on in a deposition.
how much do these lawyers get per hour? And they're arguing over the merits of a fruit being a tomato?
Then Trump went on to describe the dangers of the situation. It's worse than tomato. It's other things too. But tomato, when they start doing that stuff, it's very dangerous. That was an alert out that day.
Tomatoes are like almost all water. They're not. How dangerous can they be?
Those are the classic fruit you throw at, a bad comedian.
Tomatoes are not deadly. Trump later clarified that when he was told that his supporters, Trump later confirmed that when he told his supporters to knock out any fruit throwers, it was in jest.
Well, MJ, I don't know that anybody necessarily wants to get hit by fruit.
Well, come on. Don't they have a festival where all they do is throw tomatoes at each other for days?
Oh, yeah, that's like in Spain or Italy or something.
Everybody lives through that.
Yeah, so let the protesters go there and have at it instead of trying to throw it at. I wouldn't want anybody to throw a tomato at President Biden.
Yeah, that must be an Italian festival, right? Because I've seen the video from that.
Yeah, everybody's just blood red.
Yeah, you're running with the bulls, the next thing you know, you're getting hit with tomatoes.
Well, the Bulls is in Spain, isn't it?
The Bulls, Spain. Yeah, the Bulls are in Spain, and the running of the Bulls are there. And then I think the Tomato Festival, where it's a gigantic tomato fight. I think that's...
I can picture people in dump trucks filled with tomatoes just throwing them at people.
Yeah, I believe that's in Italy.
MJ.
Yeah, and then you have great tomato sauce afterwards.
It's in Valencia, Spain.
Hold on, the tomato thing's in Valencia, Spain?
And I know that you always love pretty unique vacations. It's happening at the end of August.
Oh, wow. Okay, I would have thought the tomato thing was in Italy, but no. Man, it's crazy crap, man. They've got like thousands of tomatoes.
That's very fetishy.
People
if you ask me.
It's very acidic as well.
I know everybody wakes up with heartburn.
This is just nutty. Anyway, I just thought it was funny that Trump is talking about getting killed by fruit.
Don't kill me with the tomato.
It's a drive-by fruiting.
What is that from? From a movie?
It's Robin Williams in Mrs. Doubtfire.
Oh, God, never saw it.
That was Mrs. Doubtfire and the drive-by fruiting.
Oh, it's a drive-by fruiting.
It was a drive-by fruiting.
When he winged something at Pierce Brosnan.
All right, so there we go. Finally got it out of the way. And look, my microphone is holding steady. You're going to have a fun time looking at this, folks, on MJTV, as I have a Scotch tape dispenser taped to my microphone so the microphone doesn't float up into the air because something's wrong with our microphone boom arm.
I should keep it like that all day.
Yeah, this is Doubtfire. And hold on a minute. Where's the audio? Hold on a minute. It was a drive-by fruiting.
Hold on. I got too many things open here.
Dude, you shut down our audio. Fester, you're a wreck.
Hold on. I got a lot of tabs open here.
Fester's trying to play Mrs. Doubtfire, and he has our streaming open.
Hold on. Right. Okay, so says the guy who has a tape dispenser on his microphone. I'm the wreck.
All right, well, hurry up. I'm running late here. All right. So this is Pierce Brosnan?
Oh, sir.
Oh, that's terrible audio. Somebody just held their camera up to a TV screen. That's awful.
It was a drive-by.
Yeah, shut it off. I can't play that audio. All right, I've got a gigantic pile of morons in the news next. You can't tell that you got black edges where someone just held their phone up to a TV screen?
Could have been a higher quality audio. That's why we listen.
You can't hear it. No, it's awful. All right, folks, we're just getting rolling here. I've got a gigantic pile of early morons in the news coming up in minutes here on the MJ Morning Show. It's like self-help because when you hear about these idiots, however bad things are in your life, you feel better about yourself. Hey, we've got a relative... I'm pretty much planted in this room for the duration of the show. You guys wander. Roxanne, you're a wanderer. Fester, you're a wanderer. The worst wanderer of all is Froggy.
Right.
Froggy, I don't know where he goes. He's not even back in the studio. He probably won't be back in the studio for 5 more minutes. I mean, forget about the urgency that doesn't exist in his life. Like, we're on the air now, and Froggy will not reappear for quite some time. But I had to go to the break room because I needed to get some water on a paper towel because I had a white toothpaste streak down the front of my shirt. Did anyone notice that this morning?
No, it was blocked by the wonky microphone.
Oh, that's right. I've got a wonky microphone because I've got a tape dispenser duct tape to the microphone arm because it won't stay in place, so I had to weigh it down. Just the fixes that I have to perform, the Scotch tape, bubble gum, paper clips, the MacGyver crap that I've got to do in this place to keep us on the air, it's remarkable. Anyway, I guess at some point this morning, I thought I brushed my teeth before I put my shirt on. I think I was standing naked in my bathroom this morning in front of the mirror.
Okay.
After I exited the shower, and I thought I brushed my teeth with no clothes on, but somehow I had an annoying white toothpaste streak down the front of my shirt. Hasn't that happened to you guys? You've done that, right?
Yeah, but I mean, like, I'm not a naked toothbrusher, so let's go back to that. How many people do naked toothbrushing? I don't. That's like...
Your mic is so low, and you're right on it.
I'm right on it. My lips are on it.
Anyway, so I looked down. I noticed I have a white toothpaste line where obviously some spittle with toothpaste must have dribbled out of my mouth and hit my shirt. So I noticed it. You might be able to see it early on in our MJTV video. You might be able to see the streak. So I go to the break room to go grab some paper towel and some water just to kind of, get the unsightly toothpaste streak off the front of my dark gray shirt here. And I walk by the snack machine and it's like virtually empty.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, are they just giving up on the snack machine? And Coop, what were we going to say about our snack machine?
No, so I think that just shows how much people eat around here because they do fill it up every Friday.
Every Friday, the machine, and that's what it looks like now?
Yeah. We run out by like midweek.
Oh my God. See, I have never paid attention to the snack machine. I have never purchased anything out of the snack machine. Apparently, I'm in the minority. Apparently, we got a whole bunch of like snack food gluttons around here.
If you want the good stuff, like some oatmeal cream pies or Funyuns, you got to get that stuff early in the week.
You got to get it like, Friday when they fill it up?
You got to wait in line. It's like a Black Friday line back there.
Get out of here.
I'm serious.
All right, so the machine, it's like more than half the slots are empty. You know the little wire curly cues? They jam the Snickers bars or the Cheetos in between those little curly cue wires that sometimes really piss you off. When you put your money in, you push your G2, and then the wire moves, and then your item's still hanging there. And that's when you start rocking the machine, and then the machine tilts over and falls on you and crushes you to death. You've heard of those type of incidents.
Yeah. That's exactly how those accidents happen.
But I just saw our snack machine, and it's like 3/4 empty with all the empty little wire coils. And guess Coop's telling us that we got a bunch of healthy eaters in this building.
People treat it like a cafeteria, like it's a buffet. That's where they get their actual lunch.
Apparently so. Hey, folks, instead of eating all kinds of garbage out of the snack machine, how about you bring a little Ziploc baggie with some carrot sticks and celery sticks? How about that?
Yeah, feed the rabbits that live outside of the radio station with that? Ugh, forget you.
Anyway, all right, let's do some early morons in the news. And, it looks like it's drying nicely. Yeah, I think I've solved my toothpaste streak down the front of my shirt.
Wow, you've solved 2 issues today so far. The microphone and your stain.
And if you want to see the whole microphone debacle, folks, and the fact that I had to tape a Scotch tape dispenser to the microphone stand to keep it weighed down so it didn't shoot 3 feet up in the air, if you want to see the video, it's early on. MJTV, we video the whole show. The whole show live streams on video every single morning, and you can get to the link. You can watch the replay. You can rewind it. MJMorningshow.com. That's MJMorningshow.com. All right, early morons in the news. I think we're going to have 2 chunkers today. We got a lot. Man, this is just disturbing. A Florida mother told deputies that feeding her infant was annoying. Yeah, this is the mother of the week, obviously. A Florida mother has been charged with child neglect. This is up in Baker County.
Breastfeeding or regular food?
No, hang on. I'm going to give you the sordid details here. So the mother's been charged with child neglect. Detectives said that her 8-month-old weighed the average weight of a 2-month-old.
Oh, that's awful.
That is
That's so
awful.
sad.
Man, are you whispering today?
Yeah, I'm whispering.
It's
You
what
don't
it
sound like this.
sounds like. Sounds like you're whispering over there. All right, according to the Baker County Sheriff's Office, Haley Kent's mother noticed that her grandson was severely underweight, then took the child to Wolfson Children's Hospital in Jacksonville.
So she just didn't feed the kid.
Yeah, staff at the hospital described the child as gravely ill due to life-threatening starvation.
Whoa.
This is awful. They also found the infant had a skull fracture. Man, this is just horrid. Anyway, the woman did not cooperate with the Department of Children and Families or visit the hospital while her son was admitted, spoke to deputies several days after the incident, and through the investigation and then her admission, detectives established the victim suffered a pattern of neglect, or the victim, which is the infant, suffered this neglect since the day he was born. My God, why do people have, well, sometimes they're not planning on it, obviously, but, man, it just incenses me. You've got a helpless infant that needs to be guided through life in its first days, and you've got a mother like this? I guess the maternal instincts didn't quite kick in here. But prior to being taken into custody, Kent, the mother, told detectives that she felt the way her child needed to be fed was annoying, so she opted not to do so. Are you kidding me?
All right.
Oh my God! I want to run this lady over with one of your motorhomes that you sell.
We can do that.
Yeah, this story is so sad and so despicable. I kind of want to think about something else.
Yeah, this is morons. MJ, hold on. This is morons in the news, not disgusting, awful, terrible people in the news.
Yeah, so
Do you have any morons in the news that's funnier?
I do.
Okay, can we do that one?
Well,
I will tell you.
I just found this disturbing. I thought it was an important public service
right.
announcement that if you notice that any kids are being neglected and look very thin, that maybe you've got a mother that thinks that feeding their infant is annoying.
I'll tell you something a little less disturbing, maybe comical.
Yeah.
When Daviana was first born, she wasn't as hungry as she needed to be. And sometimes babies start at one weight and they lose a little weight in the first month or whatever. So I took her in for a checkup. She was an 8-pound plus baby when she was born. When I took her in, they're like, they came in and said she's 6 pounds, and I seriously almost fell over. Like I almost passed out, and I was like, they're going to take me to DCF.
Wait a minute. So your baby was born at 8 pounds what?
8 pounds 3 ounces.
Well, they always lose weight.
Yeah, they lose weight after they're born.
But not 2 pounds of weight.
By
So
the way, Chloe was 8 pounds 10 ounces, and then
Wow.
Julian was like 6 pounds 11 ounces
Yeah,
or something.
both my kids were like 6. They were little.
Yeah, so
Little
Chloe was a big fat butterball, 8 pounds 10 ounces, I
yeah,
think.
Michelle probably wishes she had the butterball second.
All right, so wait a minute.
wow.
What are you referring to?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because it's easier. The first one you push out is not easy, and to
So-
have a big one to push out like that.
Now, is it like a HIPAA violation, or is this like an HR issue? Am I allowed to ask you how did you deliver?
Okay, we always make jokes about HIPAA, but the thing with HIPAA is no one in here is an MD.
I know,
No
I
one
know,
is a
I know.
medical practitioner,
No,
so
no.
so you can ask me
So
questions.
you
yes.
did natural and not C-section?
Yeah, I did 2 natural births.
2 natural. Yeah, Michelle did both naturals as well. All right, so your baby was born at over 8 pounds, and then you take your baby in for a checkup, and it lost 2 pounds?
Yes, but the scale was wrong.
Oh,
They did not calibrate the scale. But meanwhile,
Wow.
I'm almost like passed out saying they're going to take me away in handcuffs for not feeding my child. How does a baby lose 2 pounds? And,
I sure as hell hope that's not the case at the Publix deli counter. Well, it depends
No,
which.
I hope that is the
no,
case.
well, it depends which way it goes. Yeah. So if you get 8 pounds of boar's head oven gold turkey, and the scale only says 6 pounds.
Oh, we didn't calibrate it right.
But if you get 6 pounds of oven gold boar's head turkey or the gabagool, you get the gabagool. Let's say you get 6 pounds and suddenly the scale says 8 pounds. Then if it goes that way, we got a problem here. Oh. Deli, the scale or the butcher counter, Sopranos, anybody?
Put the matchbox in there a little bit, huh?
That's right. Christopher with his little trick.
Hey, what's the matter with this? What's the matter with you? You trying to screw me?
So Christopher, there's one episode where Christopher's like at the deli counter or the butcher.
He's buying a bunch of gabagool for the party.
He's at the butcher and he took a matchbook, right?
And
stuck it in between so the scale didn't weigh down all the way. So he got a whole bunch more meat for a whole lot less money.
7 cents. What's the matter with this thing?
Because he screwed with the scale. That's what season and episode was that, Froggy?
Season 5.
I think it's season 3, episode 7.
Okay, you're probably right.
Hey, Coop, tell me what episode that was. Look up Christopher Sopranos. Dicking around with the scale at the butcher shop.
It was right when Christopher got made because he has those 2 guys with him.
I'm going with season 3, episode 7 on that. See if you can find that, just out of curiosity. That's just a terrible story. You guys ready for a lovely Disney story?
Please.
Oh, boy. Oh, this is going to be lovely. A guest at Disney was arrested with a gun hanging around his neck while ingesting a bag of chalky white substances.
Did the gun have little funny ears on it?
Oh, it's right outside of the Magic Kingdom. I love WDW News Today. There's a website. It's like Walt Disney World News Today. There's a web.
Yeah.
It's not an official website, by the way.
It just keeps up on all the WDW happenings.
Outside the Magic Kingdom, Orange County Sheriff's deputies confronted Quincy Campbell, who was caught with a gun hanging around his neck. All right, now I've seen the lanyard that kind of holds your company ID around your neck. You know, I don't know if I've ever seen the accessory item that holds a gun around your neck.
Is it like a holster necklace that comes to a holster, or was he just had it on a chain?
Oh, would the gun be attached to like a carabiner or something? And that would be on like a vinyl lanyard.
Yeah, you know what are really cool is those lanyard type things, or the things that go around your neck that hold a whole glass of wine.
Yeah, those are cool.
Maybe it's
like a flask.
No, they have the ones that hold like the yard ones.
Yeah, they hold an actual glass of wine, and you can like walk around and just have your wine hanging at your chest. And so that's what I picture this gun holster thing to be.
Well, I don't have a picture of this thing here, but this guy Campbell, he already has a gun hanging around his neck outside of the front gates at Disney.
That's what I want.
And then he pulls a plastic baggie from his pocket, and then he thrusts the contents, the white substance, in a baggie. He then thrusts that in his mouth while deputies are trying to stop him. All right, so we got a gun hanging around his neck. Then he grabs a baggie with white chalky stuff in it and shoves it in his mouth.
It's goodies. I got a headache.
Deputies ordered Campbell to spit it out, but he kept chewing. They could see a chalky white substance around his mouth. And then he says, "Oh, no, I'm just swallowing a piece of gum." Yeah, deputies didn't quite believe him. By the way, Campbell, 33 years old, of Winston-Salem, North Carolina, charged with possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. Who goes to Disney with a gun hanging around your neck and you're already a convicted felon and you're not supposed to be in possession of a gun?
This guy has a history of making poor decisions.
Oh, my God.
I'm on eBay right now, MJ, and you can buy a neck holster.
That you hang the gun around your neck?
Yes. And it hangs around your neck, and it's in a compartment. It's not like the muzzle's not out.
Yeah, but that wouldn't count as concealed because you can still see the handle of it,
If
right?
it's tucked in his shirt.
This is nuts.
Would it be harder to get that out in a tip situation?
Ladies and gentlemen, hey, convicted felon.
What's around your neck, sir?
Quincy Campbell, you're a convicted felon. What are you going to do now? Hey, I'm going to Disney World. I'm going to hang a gun around my neck, and I'm going to shove some white, powdery drug substance in my mouth to try to make sure the cops don't get it. Yay!
That's a great idea with that holster too, because it's right where all your vital organs are if it were to accidentally discharge.
Shoot yourself right in the heart.
And that's the thing about this holster. It's pointing up toward your face.
That is ridiculous. That's on eBay?
I've always been jealous of people who can do good Donald Duck impressions.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Oh, God.
Yeah, I mean,
That sound like you're choking on a chicken bone.
I wanted to make a Donald Duck joke like, hey, that's a gun, but I can do a much better Mickey than I do.
It used to be like,
Wow, you're really not bad
I
at that.
can't
That's
do
good.
Yeah, I used to be able to do a Donald Duck,
Yeah, me
but
too.
I really can't do it very
I
well
did them all the time when
these
I was
days.
a kid.
Yeah, I'm not very good at it. All right, folks, it is the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. When we get back, we shall continue with the morons in the news, but I also have a couple other things I want to discuss. It's regarding the world of dating and love and romance. So you want to hang out. We're back in a minute here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. If your carpets are a mess, if you're It is the MJ Morning Show on Q105. It is 7 o'clock exactly here on this Thursday. Hey, Coop, I asked you to pull a commercial from not this past commercial break that we just finished, but the commercial break prior to the one that just concluded. Were you able to pull the commercial that I asked for?
Yeah, I just pulled it up.
And also, we might need that music also.
Okay.
You know, maybe when we finish with the commercial. I heard this spot like, I don't know, 15 minutes ago or so. I'm like, what? It's a Home Depot commercial that we played. All right, we're going to get back to the early morons in the news, plus love is in the air, love and romance. Got a couple of items of, I think, extreme interest in just a matter of moments. But, Fester, did you hear the Home Depot commercial we ran a few minutes ago?
I heard it, but it was about, wasn't it about mulch?
It was about mulch. All right,
Yeah.
hold on a minute. This caught my attention. All right, Coop, run the commercial. All right, here we
What makes mulch so lovable?
go. All right, stop. What makes mulch so lovable? I want to date mulch.
Yeah, that's a good question.
I want to have a romantic evening out with mulch.
I want to roll around in mulch.
Well, listen to the rest of the spot. Start from the beginning. All right, let it roll a little longer. Go ahead, roll it.
What makes mulch so lovable? The texture? The smell? Well, it's not just people that love mulch.
Stop. It's the taste. I love. You ever put mulch on a Ritz?
Yes.
You know, everything tastes better when it sits on a Ritz. You know that, right?
Wouldn't mulch be the Ritz? I mean, would that actually be? You'd put
Yeah.
something on the mulch.
I put pimento cheese on mulch.
yes.
Or you take a can of Cheese Whiz or something, or
Yeah.
you know, the spray cheese on mulch.
Okay, now this is delicious.
yeah, put
nice-
mulch on a charcuterie board. That would be great.
Oh yes.
You guys never had a mulch and cheese sandwich?
Oh, mulch and cheese sandwich. The things you can do with mulch from Home Depot.
So it's not just the look, the taste. Well, it is the taste.
The smell.
I'll
Feel,
tell you
the
what.
smell.
I'm going to tell you what. I've got Chris Pont's cell number. You know Chris Pont, the famous local chef on Swan, and you know he's had numerous. He has that new restaurant opening up at Midtown behind Whole Foods.
I heard about that.
Yeah. You know what? I'm thinking on Swan has that really good like cheese and charcuterie board that they have. And on Swan's a great restaurant, by the way, one of our favorites. And you're right. I'm thinking maybe I suggest that they put mulch on the On Swan charcuterie and cheese board.
Drizzle some honey on it.
Oh, yeah.
All right, are you both looking to be banned from this restaurant? You go to a chef and say, "Hey, listen, put some mulch on your charcuterie board."
All right, what
You're
is this Home Depot spot?
Well, play it.
All right, roll it from the beginning again. This is a kooky spot about mulch at the Home Depot.
What makes mulch so lovable? The texture? The smell? Well, it's not just people that love mulch. Your plants do too. Retaining moisture and regulating soil temps. It's the whole package.
Oh man, it's the whole thing.
the whole
It's not just
love mulch?
yeah. What people? The people who have pica? Is that what it is? Where you eat like
Pica.
Pica?
Pica is where you eat like non-edible objects.
Yeah.
Like some people like will chew on like erasers all day and eat rubber erasers. You know, maybe chew on a stapler or something.
A
Mulch.
finger cut.
Yeah,
On
exactly.
the scale of things you can eat that are inanimate, I guess mulch would be healthier.
You know
natural.
what? We could take this to the next level. Hey, Coop, do you have the Home Depot music ready for me?
Not the red mulch. It has dye in it.
I would like to do my own Home Depot mulch commercial. All right, you have the music? Go ahead and hit it. Mulch. It's sexy. How'd you like to sleep with a bag of mulch? How would you like to get it on with a bag of mulch? Imagine 30 pounds of mulch madness. You can caress it. You can do whatever you want with the mulch. Think of the intimate times you can have with mulch from the Home Depot. What do you think? Is that pretty creepy?
It's the same flavor,
It is. Mulch.
same image.
I love the word mulch. That's just a funny word.
I'm turned on.
Mulch.
That was also a perfect 30 seconds, by the way.
Was it really?
Nice 30.
I'm a fan of the mulch that's made out of like torn up tires and recycled tires.
That's
Yeah, I
not
like-
mulch.
It's
That's like the base for like an artificial turf
Yeah.
field.
No, It's the same
You're talking
thing.
about at playgrounds, right?
You've never seen recycled rubber.
In my garden? No, I have not. I've never seen recycled rubber used as mulch
A
Okay,
in a
Firestone
yard.
garden.
Look at this. Look
What?
at it. Rubber mulch. They sell.
Really?
Yeah, and it never floats away. It doesn't float away, or it doesn't get eaten by animals. Or rubber mulch is a thing, man.
Who wants rubber tires in their flower beds?
It holds in the moisture, which is all the mulch really has to do.
Wait, what is mulch?
All right.
Now that I'm thinking of it, is
Maybe
it?
we should.
Mulch is like shredded wood.
What do you?
Oh, okay.
It's shredded wood to keep moisture in to plants
Exactly.
so they grow.
Exactly.
Keep weeds out.
Can I get the Home Depot music again?
Bum, 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 bum,
What's
bum,
mulch?
Bum, 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 bum.
Can I? You have the Home Depot music? At the Home Depot, we just had a guy arrested because he was having sex with a bag of mulch in the garden center.
No,
I'm sorry.
that's not the way to go.
I couldn't help myself. At the Home Depot,
He was violating a bag of mulch.
he was.
All right, that's gonna hurt.
Got a splinter in his wang, at the Home Depot. Do they sell tweezers at the Home Depot to get the splinters out?
And they probably have one in the first aid kit or something.
Listen, if you told me we were going to talk about mulch for 5 minutes this morning, I would say you're smoking crack
Okay, no.
like the guy at Disney.
Mulch, I would have believed. Having sex with mulch. That, I was like, no way.
No, it's just like the commercial.
Defiling mulch.
Would you like to have your way with mulch? It's just a funny word, mulch. If we ever get interns back on the show, are we keeping a list? I want an intern named Mulch.
All right, so far that's the list.
What?
Mulch. That's the only one we have.
No, there's another name. There was another name that I mentioned like last week or something, or maybe early. There was a recent one. Hey, Coop, what was the other name that I mentioned for an intern? Do you remember?
I think one was like Tony Spaghetti or something Italian.
Tony Spaghetti.
I don't know.
Spaghetti?
No, it was from like a
name.
year ago.
I
Is
have
it
no idea.
Gabagool? I thought maybe it was Gabagool.
Maybe it was the gabagool. I don't know. All right, let me finish up with the morons in the news, and then we will get into a couple of relationship issues. No, that's right. No, my jury rigged microphone stand here with the Scotch tape dispenser, keeping it from floating up like a helium balloon. I thought it was getting too weighty, but no, it's perfect. All right, continuing with the morons in the news. Couple of things here. But I'll tell you what. Some of our senior citizens, they take their golf very, very seriously. What did Rodney Dangerfield say? Golf courses and cemeteries, biggest waste of land on the planet, right?
Rodney Dangerfield said that?
Yeah, I think that was in Caddyshack, absolutely. Yeah, when he was
I thought he said it like in real life.
No.
That's his character. That's the biggest movie.
It was a line out of Caddyshack. All right, I got a story from a Florida golf course. A 74-year-old golfer has shot a man because the guy was walking his dog on the golf course in Palm Beach.
That's a big thing, man. These golfers, if you're not playing, you can't walk a dog on the course. You can't. Yeah.
And Palm Beach is very ritzy. They probably abide by their rules very strictly.
Palm Beach County golf course was rife with gunfire on Sunday. A 74-year-old member allegedly shot a man for walking his dog on the greens as other retirees were watching from their balconies, according to the police. Robert Levine, originally from New York, now living in Florida, is facing attempted murder charges for confronting Herbert Merritt, 64, at the Kings Point Golf Course in Palm Beach County, more specifically Delray. Levine was putting along in his golf cart, he was puttering. He was puttering, not putting, but I'm sure he was putting at some point.
Puttering along.
Yeah, he was in his golf cart when he spotted this guy, Merritt, walking his dog close to the golf course green. Levine, he sped up the vehicle, sped up the golf cart, met up with this Merritt guy. They began berating each other, and then this guy pulls out a black gun. Merritt took off running and tried to take cover near some trees. And then Levine, the guy on the golf cart with the gun, he runs after the guy and squeezes off a couple of rounds.
Jeez.
Merritt was hit. He went down at the 15th hole after being struck in the ankle with a bullet for walking his dog on the golf course.
Oh. That's a hazard.
My God.
Hit it around the dead body, Rick.
Forget about the water trap. It's the corpse trap. Luckily, listen, the guy wasn't killed. He was hit in the ankle. But still, what a mess. What is this guy thinking? Can you imagine you're 74 years old and now you're going to go to prison on an attempted murder rap because a guy was walking his dog on the golf course?
Was anybody there to take photographs?
Oh, come on. This guy can't be mentally all put together here. This guy must have some serious mental problems.
Was he walking a dog with his friend, Mr. Wang? Hey, Wang, what's with all the photos?
It's a parking lot. Oh, but that looks good on you. Man, Caddyshack is still one of the best. Telling you. Rox, have you ever seen Caddyshack?
Yes, of course I've seen.
All right, just making sure.
How about
Yeah.
Caddyshack 2 with Jackie Mason?
No, because that was awful.
When he has the gun hair dryer?
I don't even want to hear about Caddyshack 2. No, because Roxanne, we've determined over the last year and a half since we've worked together, since the relaunch of the MJ Morning Show, you have a bunch of
Gaps.
movie voids or gaps, in your life.
Well, it's because my family was really strict and I wasn't allowed to see our movies until I was 21.
Right.
So,
21?
So I missed. There's a gap there.
Hey, Wayne, what's with the pictures? It's a parking lot. Come on, will you?
You got to crank the volume up a little bit on that Fester. It's a little bit
Is it
low.
the volume?
Yeah, probably so. Hey, listen, bottom line, folks, if someone's walking a dog on your golf course, you do not have permission. You don't have a 007 license to kill, okay? Yeah, this guy's in trouble. And, all these retirees are watching the commotion.
What's going on?
They're watching the guy run away. The dude pulls a gun. He's firing shots. Guy's hitting the ankle.
Hey, he has a weapon.
It's a big old show at the Kings Point Golf Course in Delray Beach earlier this week. That's crazy. Anyway, responding officers arrived. They found Levine standing over Merritt on the golf course with 4 9mm shell casings nearby.
Wow.
Merritt was taken to the hospital, non-life-threatening injuries. He was shot in the ankle. And then Levine was also taken in for evaluation because he had some kind of a medical episode at the scene. Yeah, I'm
I wonder
sure
what
he did.
how his round of golf was going to that point, up until that point.
Probably
Listen,
not good.
This guy cannot be in a right mental frame of mind. Anyone that pulls a gun and starts shooting at another senior citizen who's walking a dog near or on the golf course, that is not a normal, natural response. This guy must have some mental problems.
There's some curmudgeoned old men out there.
That's right. Shut your face.
There's a big stinking problem there.
Sorry.
All right, that will conclude our early edition of Morons in the News. But what else did I mention? Let me see if you guys were paying attention.
Okay.
What else did I mention earlier that I wanted to do?
Romance and dating.
Yeah, I got a couple of things here. All right, first of all,
Good job, Rex.
I have, you're 100% right. Thank you for paying attention.
It's my favorite subject.
Because I had no idea.
Your favorite subject is romance and dating?
I love this.
She's writing
Yeah.
aren't you reading your book Romantic?
Oh, yeah. What's going on with your book?
I'm working on it.
Is it done yet?
It's it's 106,000 words. So
Jeez.
Well, but how many pages
Is that a lot?
yeah, that's a lot.
106,000 words is how many pages?
It'll probably be it's probably about 300 and some pages, depending upon the font.
And this is this a romance?
It is a romance. It's a murder mystery too. It's like there's a stalker involved.
Stalker, murder,
Yes.
mystery,
and there's
romance?
a woman who ruins men for money. She's a woman for hire, and she likes to gets in their
this sounds
crosshairs.
good.
And
She's like a honey trap?
I've sent all three of you at one point in time. Excerpts,
I read
but
it. I read the whole thing.
Yeah, no, early on. No, when we first started working
Yeah.
together like a year and a half ago, you sent like a chapter or so.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, no, I remember that. And
Let's get it out there. Let's get some sales.
I don't know if I ever read it. So when is your book going to be done, Roxanne?
Whenever I can have 5 minutes to myself.
5 minutes. You can take 5 minutes right now and finish the book.
Is there any mulch in your book?
MJ.
No, but I'm seriously considering adding a sexy mulch scene
I
after
want,
all of that.
I
talk.
want a
I'm
mulch.
hot
I
for
want a
that.
mulch.
Yes.
You're hot for mulch now? Is that what you said?
Hot for mulch.
What did you just say?
I'm being sarcastic.
Okay. All right.
Well, she is hot for what is it?
It's the Tico lineman. Thank you.
Tico
But I'm not hot
trucks.
for them either, but I get reminded of that all the time. It's more of an adulation. It's more of a admiring them, not turned on by
If
them.
you really want to see Roxanne turned on, you should see her around the gardener With the mulch.
With the mulch.
Mulch.
When the gardener shows up with that trailer and he's got like 20 bags of mulch.
I got the red mulch.
Yeah, look at that.
Pulls out in his zero-turn mower.
Oh, those are hot.
All right, so love and romance, couple of items here. There is a divorce attorney online who is revealing the top 5 professions that women should avoid. So this divorce lawyer is saying, and I'm guessing this is somewhat through experience, avoid men who are involved in these professions. And I got a problem with this list because a lot of the professions on this list are very noble professions in which people are serving and protecting and doing good things.
I saw the video. Her logic does have a little bit of does make a little bit of sense.
In no particular order here, the 5 worst professions to marry are firemen, police officers, military men, surgeons, and pilots.
It's all the most important
Yeah.
people.
It's like
Hold on.
first responders.
What the exactly?
The most important is radio entertainers.
Yeah, radio entertainer, radio disc jockey. We're not on the list though.
Thank God shelving salesman isn't.
It appears to be a glaring omission here, folks. But the 5 worst professions to marry, according to this divorce attorney: firemen, police officers, military men, surgeons, and pilots.
I think you're going to find bad apples in all professions.
And landscapers.
But some of this logic is just ridiculous.
Or right on.
All right, listen to this. If you're a policeman, you're walking around with a gun, you're walking around with authority. If you're a surgeon, you're walking around the hospital, everyone looks up to you, you're in charge, everyone treats you with respect, and then you come home and all of a sudden somebody's asking you to take out the trash. And I think that's a difficult kind of transition to make.
No, you like that transition.
What is this person? This is a divorce attorney. What is she talking
Is that
about?
like your Bon Jovi or a big rock star coming home and then taking out the trash?
Meanwhile, pilots, including those that are in the military, have a lot of responsibility, meaning they're in control of like 150 or 200 people's lives at a time, and they tend to be very narcissistic and controlling.
Not the pilots, not the one pilot I know. He's pretty cool.
MJ.
Are your pilot friends?
Yeah.
Now, here's a response. Divorce the surgeon. I can confirm this is true. What?
I hated him bringing home $500,000 a year.
Oh my! Do you have the audio of this this divorce lawyer?
It's a little. Coop, do you have it?
This is just like a clickbait deal. Come on, I'm not buying this.
She's a little rambly in her.
I'm sure she is.
In her explanation, it's a long explanation,
Yeah.
but it makes sense. You come from a place in a workplace where you're essentially worshipped. She says.
Then other commenters commenting on her suggestion of avoiding these 5 professions. Other users suggested that other professions ought to be added to the list. Pastors. What? You're not supposed to marry a pastor? What's the problem there?
Because at the church, the pastor's treated by the congregation like he's
God.
all that, and then he comes home and the wife's giving him nothing but the business.
You're not
And he
supposed to
doesn't
marry.
process that well.
You're not supposed to marry athletes as well.
All right.
You're not supposed to marry investment bankers. These are suggestions from users that saw the video where the divorce lawyer says, "Hey, heads up, beware of police officers, firefighters." I mean, those are some of the most noble professions you can have.
Yeah, you could be in a noble profession and be a terrible husband at the same time.
Listen, I'm sorry. I don't think there's an issue with a firefighter or a policeman doing their job and then coming home and having to take out the trash or do household work.
Right. You're not the guy. She's talking about the officer. He comes home and he has all.
Faster.
Listen to this.
It makes no sense.
It makes a lot of sense.
A cop coming home from his 12-hour shift. I mean, what's the issue with taking out the trash?
Ask him.
I've heard the thing about police officers before, and I actually do know someone who was in a bad relationship. But I go back to there are bad apples in every profession. But the thing with people in authority, then you worry that they're going to come home and take that authority to an extreme.
All right, hold on. Here's
Somebody's asking
That
you to
if
take
you're
out the
married to
trash.
somebody,
Fester, do you have 9 things
I-
running
I-
Yeah,
again?
okay, let
Oh
me
my
just keep talking
God.
over her because it's going to
Yeah.
sound the same as what you
Stop.
just
I
played.
can't
Exactly.
hear the computer until I play it.
You have multiple windows open with
I can't
things
hear the
playing.
computer till I play it.
This is
So here we
just
go.
generally speaking something that I've observed as being pretty common. And what I notice among these 5 professions is that they tend to be more narcissistic. They tend to be more controlling. And when I tell you the professions, you're going to see why. And they tend to be far more difficult in dealing with a divorce. They have kind of a nuke the earth, scorch the earth.
What?
Yeah, I kind of agree with her.
This lady's just going for TikTok hits. I'm sorry.
I think that there are plenty of men in powerful positions that like to come home and have the woman kind of put him in his place.
That's right.
like to
what?
be dominated? Is that
Well,
it?
not to that extreme, unless that's your thing.
Do you greet Doug at the door like with
No, she pushes Doug around.
with an outfit? Is that it?
Doug greets her in leather whips.
Roxanne's like, take my outfit off, Doug.
All right, folks. One other relationship thing, and this could be the most obvious. I'm like, really? This is a real story. If your partner has one of these apps, well, you better beware. So if your partner has one of these apps on their phone, this is a red alert warning. So hold on. We'll explain that coming up in just a bit. Also, we're loaded. The long chunk of the MJ Morning Show starts next. Nannies. A father hires a nanny to watch the kids. Guess what happens next? All right, hold on. We got a little nanny story coming up. And that's just scratching the surface. Don't move. The long chunk of the MJ Morning Show rolls next here on Q105. We have an hour 20. That's creepy.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Oh, I wanted to take a picture of you in your native habitat here with this monstrosity of a microphone contraption that you've rigged up so I can put it on our Facebook page to show the listeners.
I think it looks good.
I mean, it's growing on me because what happens is
start selling those.
The tape dispenser that's duct tapes to the microphone cage actually blocks me from seeing your face even more.
Yeah. Our line of sight in the studio is already the worst I've ever experienced in my radio career.
It's getting worse.
But here's the deal. For those that are just tuning in now or those that are watching MJ TV right now and you're saying, hold on, what's that big dark chunk? What's this big block on top of MJ's microphone? And folks, very observant, by the way, this right here, this is a Scotch tape dispenser that I had a duct tape with black duct tape onto the microphone stand because the microphone was not staying down. It was floating up in the air like it was filled with helium. It was like that movie Up. You know the old guy in the house and everything. That's what was going on with my microphone.
Ed Asner.
Because this place is just falling apart. The microphone will not stay down, so I had to weigh the microphone down and find the right device. And this nice Scotch tape dispenser does the trick, and it's very unsightly.
It's ugly. It's downright. It's hideous.
So, if you want to see this, I guess Fester just took a picture, and also MJ TV. Folks, before we move on here, you know that MJ TV is a stream of the show. We've got multiple cameras in here. Coop's like the director, and they're punching the different cameras. All right, you ready? Watch this. All right, the camera's on me now. Coop, Roxanne, Coop, Fester, Coop, Froggy. Look at that. All right, so that's our camera system.
Oh, you're ready there, Michael Bay.
And it's MJTV, and we stream the show live every morning. If you go to mjmorningshow.com, it runs on a YouTube channel. You can rewind. You can watch it later in the day, and you can see us actually do the show live here in the studio. It's phenomenal, and people love MJTV, and it's growing and growing and growing. So if you want to watch MJTV, you just go to mjmorningshow.com. All right. I left you guys with a little teaser that this has got to be the stupidest, most ridiculous, obvious thing on the planet. If your partner, if your significant other, whether you're dating, whether you're all fiancéed up good, whether you're married, or as BJ used to say,
Married.
You remember back in the day, man, I love BJ, but just a couple of words that he would say would drive me nuts. And
when you say a couple three?
Well, no, he
that was one he always said around.
He never said it was not married. You know, if you are engaged and then you say your nuptials, you get married.
Nope.
But
no.
BJ, it was married.
Married.
BJ, it's married.
What is that, a Tennessee thing or something?
I don't know.
Married.
Could be. Married. I wonder if he still does the whole married thing.
Oh, I'm sure he does.
Yeah.
Is he still married?
I should call him up. You want to call him up?
No.
All right.
He's working.
Not yet.
Is he?
It's 2 hours earlier.
Let's wake him up for a show.
Yeah,
out in Denver.
He's mountain time. All right. If your partner has one of these apps, they could be cheating on you. You know when you see something and it's just so freaking obvious, you're like, duh. I'm doing this not because I'm hoping that you're going to glean some information and have some kind of an epiphany and go, oh, my God, you're right. Who thinks that if your partner has these items, these apps on their phone, that it is innocent? This is the stupidest, most obvious item I've seen in a long time. If these apps are on your significant other's phone, they could be cheating on you. Oh, you don't say. Ashley Madison.
Okay, that's a problem.
Come on.
Isn't
really?
That's meant for cheating, isn't it?
Duh.
That's where cheaters find cheaters.
Your significant other might be cheating on you if they have the Ashley Madison app on their phone? Oh, my God. Hello?
I got to tell you, I didn't even think or know that Ashley Madison was still a thing. Because it was busted wide open a couple of years ago. There was a scandal. There was the leak. There was a data breach.
There was a data leak where, like, the whole database of, like, subscribers didn't get leaked, and it was on the dark web. And
who was it? There was a bunch of celebrities on there, weren't there?
Oh, yeah.
I remember one.
Yeah, Betty White.
Betty White was big on Ashley Madison.
Huge.
That's why she lived so long. She was
active.
Hey, I do have a Betty White item coming up in just a bit, which I've got a very... Listen,
what, still dead?
Betty White is still deceased. Betty White, a beloved American. Betty White, rest in peace. But there's a little awkward Betty White thing we'll get to coming up in just a bit. So Ashley Madison, if that app is on your significant other's phone, might be an issue. Tinder. Another... Duh.
Yeah.
Is Tinder the swipe one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, Cupid, Bumble, Plenty of Fish, and Grindr.
If your significant other has these on their phone, that means they're dating.
Duh. I mean, this is the stupidest. All right, guess what? Ladies, if your husband has Grindr on his cell phone, there might be a little secret life going on.
Might be a double life.
Stump grinding, babe. Stump grinding, I swear.
You see how flat our yard is? I found all those fellers on this side.
See?
Or
don't look.
Or what else is a grinder?
Isn't it a northern name for a sandwich?
It's a sandwich.
Yeah.
It's
like a Pittsburgh.
Or a grinder.
Well, you got hoagies, you have subs, you've got grinders.
I'm thinking open up a grinder shop, babe.
Those are all names, I think, for the same thing. A hoagie, a sub, a grinder. Am I missing anything else?
I thought a grinder might have been like a hot one or something. I don't know. But
Yeah, Coop.
Isn't a grinder also the thing you chop your marijuana up in?
Yes. Also, a Skinamax movie.
All right, this is the dumbest damn story I think we've ever done on the show.
Grind
and
her.
I'm doing it not to educate anybody. I'm just mentioning this because who puts this obvious garbage out there?
Yeah, I thought that was going to be something insightful.
If your husband has a gay dating app on his cell phone, you might want to maybe look into a couple of things.
You're getting a lot of You're getting clickbaited there. Well, the last two stories were clickbait stories.
Yeah, Ashley Madison, Tinder, blah blah blah. Yeah, that's just totally and completely obvious here, folks. 100% obvious. All right, as we move along here on the MJ Morning Show, I also saw last night that U.S. households are no longer adding streaming services. Now, we've talked about this on multiple occasions that we're like maxed out. I mean, who wants to get into the streaming business now? Netflix is losing subscribers. They're saying Netflix is,
250,000 was the number that I saw, which is a small fraction of their total base. However, it's the first time that Netflix has gone down in a quarter.
CNN Plus, they're
out.
They lasted a month. $300 million investment.
What was on that?
For CNN Plus.
What could they possibly put on that? Aaron Burnett rerun?
No, that was part of the problem. Part of the problem was that there was none of the actual live CNN programming that was on the CNN Plus.
Just a bunch of documentaries hosted by Lisa Lane.
It's like all Anthony Bourdain all the time, which I got to be honest, I could watch Anthony Bourdain all day long.
If they would have had a streaming service for just Bourdain stuff and it was $3 a month, I'd buy it.
But here's the deal. U.S. households are no longer adding more streaming services because we're tapped out. I mean, we only have, in my house, we pay for Netflix. We have Amazon Prime because we pay that yearly fee. My dad has the Hulu family plan, so he legitimately gave us an account and a password. But as far as Disney Plus, I don't have time for that. Paramount Plus, Discovery Plus.
Yeah, there's so many.
I got Batteries Plus. Oh, I'm sorry. That's not a stream. That's a store.
But still, Batteries Plus, if they had a streaming service, that'd be really interesting. What kind of battery goes in this? I don't know.
Well, okay, so to that point, have you ever heard the theory that decisions tax your brain and wear you out and stress you out? And really successful people like Steve Jobs and Obama, they wore the same outfit every day, so they didn't have to even make that decision. It is too stressful.
That's about me, too.
I know, you do it, too.
Obama wore one suit the whole 8 years he was in office?
Stinky.
By the end of I thought he had different suits.
They're all... Just Google it. You'll find it.
Okay.
In any case, decisions stress you out. And when you've had a long, stressful work week, it's like on Friday night, I want to watch Netflix. I want to find something, but I can't make a decision on what to watch. And I just say, forget it.
Yeah, Festo's been pimping something. What's the Netflix show that you got to watch this? You got to... Festo, and you were pissed off that I didn't talk about it earlier in the week.
Listen, it's your show. I don't get...
No, it's our show. It's the M... Okay,
wait, what?
Hang on. Oh, it is the MJ
Listen,
Morning
my
Show.
My name's not on all those billboards.
No, listen, this is the Democratic... Well, maybe not.
Yeah,
but you're biased.
All right, so, Festo,
MJ and Friends.
What is the...
Friends.
What is the Netflix show that you were pimping me on earlier this week? It might have actually started last week.
He wasn't pimping you on it. He was trying to talk you into it.
I'm trying to tell everybody to watch The Ultimatum.
The Ultimatum.
The Ultimatum.
All right. So as U.S. households are no longer adding streaming services and Netflix is losing subscribers, their stock is getting hit. You're telling me on Netflix I got to watch The Ultimatum?
Have you even seen it? Have you seen it in your top 10?
Oh my God, it's a stupid show. It's another reality show.
I have not seen the... Oh, jeez.
All you do is watch reality
shows.
Is
this another stupid dating reality show?
Okay.
What is wrong with you?
I thought it was a movie.
You're 43. How old are you?
46. 47.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Holy crap. I didn't know you were that old.
I'm 6 years younger than you.
All right. So, what?
You know what's weird is
you're more. I'm 56 now.
9.
I think
you don't even know how old you are.
My birthday's coming up this year. It works out.
Comes up every year.
Roxanne, what were you saying?
The other weird thing about Fester is The Ultimatum is hosted by Vanessa Lachey, and there's
is that
another
Nick Lachey's?
Yes, and there's another show you're obsessed with.
This is a spin-off of Love is Blind.
Yeah.
Listen,
It's in the same franchise.
My wife and I, Michelle and I, Fester was badgering us. Fester was calling Michelle, you got to watch Love is Blind. And then we end up watching this thing, and we're like, what the hell is Fester talking about?
It was awesome.
We turned it off. It was not off. Something is wrong. Your myasthenia gravis must have done something to your...
jackass. Listen, if you... I bet
saying
you right now.
jackass
I bet you
Which,
right
by
now-
the way, you're...
I bet you right now we would have. I bet you right now we would have 30 listeners calling right now saying they watched the Ultimatum and thought it was amazing.
You love shows.
Put your number up.
Put
a number?
No, I don't want these silly shows with people in bikinis that are sitting around having... What is your deal with these dating shows?
Yeah, these like sexual social experiment shows.
This is not normal for a 45, 46, 47, 40... However old you are.
All right.
This is not normal.
So...
I thought it was a movie.
Listen
I was
to
all
me.
excited to watch it. I thought it was a documentary.
The
or something.
Ultimatum. Oh, damn. It's another one of these Fester's stupid dating shows.
I bet you we could get 20 men on the line who've watched the Ultimatum.
I bet you're wrong.
Men only.
I bet you're wrong.
Men
All right.
only.
Loser gets a crotch shot from me.
Deal.
You wanted me to go to phones and ask men if
Men
you're...
only.
Okay.
Yes or no? Are you watching? Have you watched the Ultimatum? And is it... It's pretty interesting.
All right. Men only. Are you enthralled? Are you sucked in by the Ultimatum on Netflix? 800-990-1047. The phone's not even going to ring here. 800-990-1047. Men, the Ultimatum on Netflix. You know, when I say the Ultimatum, it almost needs the little Netflix sound. You ready? You ready? All right, here we go. The Ultimatum on Netflix.
Okay, so here's the Ultimatum.
Another dopey, idiotic show that has Fester wrapped around its finger. What?
Not anymore.
Phones are dead.
Listen,
phones are dead.
Hey,
800.
That's one.
One line is ringing.
What's the premise of this amazing show?
Okay. So,
800-990-1047. Fester thinks that the phones will load up with men that think that the Ultimatum is the best. All right, the phones are not going to ring. Nobody is going to call in.
How long has it been out?
At 800-990-1047. Nobody.
a couple of weeks, maybe 3 weeks.
Yes, Fester.
The Ultimatum is a couple, people in a relationship.
Yeah.
One person's ready to be married, and they put the ultimatum out to the other person, hey, marry me or I'm leaving.
I think that happened to my neighbor recently.
Okay, so
No, seriously.
so they would have been perfect for this show.
Yeah, but they're on a TV show.
But then you meet other couples who are in the same pickle. One definitely wants to be married right now. The other one's dragging their feet a little bit, and they swap partners. And you live with another person's girlfriend or boyfriend for a couple of weeks, and maybe you fall more in love with that person. And you watch relationships just explode and melt down. And, it's great.
Every line is filled up now.
Some people fall. I told you.
You don't know what they're going to say.
Listen.
They're going to say that Fester's on drugs. That's what they're going to say. All right, listen, I'll go to phones.
I'm looking for the men callers. Anybody can call in.
Well,
but listen,
why are you looking for men callers?
Because MJ's saying, well, it's not normal for a 40-some-odd-year-old man to be watching this.
Women callers?
Hey, what's up? My name is Brutus, and I'll watch the show. Okay.
Froggy, I bet you we could get 100 calls like that.
Hang on. I've got Colin on the phone in Spring Hill. Colin, are you entranced by the Ultimatum on Netflix?
I have to admit, about the first half of the first episode, I was like, this is stupid.
The first half of the first episode.
And he's going to say,
I was like, this is pretty stupid, but I was watching it for my wife, and it got pretty interesting, and you actually start to take bets. You go like, I bet they're going to break up. No, they're going to be okay. They're going to break up. I'm agreeing on Fester on this one.
Wait a minute.
You got to give it.
This just spun around on me here.
Colin, I'm glad you said that because I was about to say the same thing. You have to get through the first episode, maybe the first episode and a half.
That's what you told us about the other one.
And I was right.
And you were wrong. Michelle
right.
and I, we couldn't turn it off fast enough.
I was right.
All right, Colin, thanks for the call. Let me grab Joe in Wesley Chapel. Joe, you're on the, what line am I taking here?
Line 3.
Is Joe good? Joe's on 3. Hi, Joe.
Hey, Joe.
Joe, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
What's up, guys? How are you?
All right, Joe, are you watching this Ultimatum on Netflix that Fester's pushing?
I never heard of it.
Okay, thanks, Joe.
Do you own Netflix? It's they put it on every screen on Netflix, Joe.
I watch a lot of things on Netflix. I've never heard of Ultimatum. I think it's the most ridiculous thing that you can put on TV.
Thank you,
Joe.
Tell him.
Thank you,
Tell you
Joe.
what, Fester is pushing this like cheap crack in the Baltimore hood back in the day when
All right.
Remember the whole business model on crack was you get it out there, you even give away free samples, you get folks hooked.
Yeah, take a free little piece. Yeah.
All right, so I was hooked on the Ultimatum. I've watched every episode, and I saw the reunion.
All right, let me grab Chase.
Wow.
Chase in Clearwater, MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, MJ. Good to be on the show.
Great to have you calling in. Now, are you agreeing with Fester on this ultimatum?
You know, I gotta say for sure, it's a lot more addicting than you think. There's a lot of psychological stuff involved, and it can rope you in.
All right, give me an example. Give me an example of like one scene that roped you in.
Yeah. All right. Well, you get the different perspective from both sides, and it can kind of be relatable to some degree. Like, you'll have one person thinking that they're doing everything the best they can, then the other person thinking, oh, they're slacking. And then they go through this process and they realize that they've taken what they have for granted, or that they're right. And it's for each relationship, it's different. You kind of gain something out of it, just a different perspective.
All right, so it also varies that sometimes the ultimatum comes from the woman and sometimes the ultimatum comes from the man.
Right, and they're all in this bubble.
Does the ultimatum ever come from the German Shepherd? Right.
Sometimes.
Hey, thanks for the call, Chase. I appreciate it. I got to move on here, but Rich, do you watch the ultimatum? Do you agree with Fester?
I do 100%, and after the first episode, I wasn't sure. My wife made me watch it. Now I'm hooked.
See, I told you.
Oh, geez.
Get through the first episode to build a foundation. It gets nothing but better.
Hey, Rich, how old are you?
I'm 58 years old. I'm an air traffic controller. I like to think methodically, and it intrigues me. Believe it or not.
Are you an air traffic controller at Tampa Tracon?
I am, yes, sir.
Could you do me a favor? Could you tell them to speed up the repairs on one left, please? It's driving me.
That's going to go till, from what we were told yesterday, June 22nd.
Oh my! What? Oh my! Dude, why is the air? I know it's prevailing winds, but it just seems that we're getting screwed. That the airport's been running over South Tampa much more than it coming in from Carrollwood.
Well, the airport's under construction because of actual, not water damage, but water erosion. The way they built the runway, water had sat on it, and the top layer needed to be replaced. It's actually under construction. If you drive by there, you'll see all.
No, I know that, but with the
what's happening
with runway 1 right and 19 left. It just seems that the airport is running on 1 right most of the time. And I need to get some 19 left action. So you bring the.
And you're right. That's just because the wind. You got to remember when it comes over the water. You're exactly right.
All right, but listen.
Stop acting like you're in the air community.
I want to give both of you an ultimatum right now. This is all. I can't take this. Listen, Rich, get MJ. Call me. I'll give you MJ's personal number. The two of you can geek out about avionics a little later.
He's an air wannabe. He's an air poser.
Man, when those heavies come over Beach Park, man, holy crap!
Don't talk about me when I visit.
They've the ones that really seem to do the damage are the UPS DC-10s and the Primair 767s. Those are the ones that they're an older model. They don't have a hush kit built in.
I know.
Hush kit.
Man, I'll tell you what, those MD-11s and DC-10s, man, they'll rattle the place. Hey, thanks, buddy, and keep those planes safe.
Coop, could you get...
and he watches my show. The most important part of that whole call was he is 58 years old. He's hooked on the Ultimatum on Netflix.
So those in South Tampa... If you notice that the planes are flying over Beach
Nobody
Park,
notices.
Yes, trust me, they do. It's going to go through like June. It's going to be crazy. But the airport runs 2 different ways. It runs north and south, and for whatever, with prevailing winds, it's been running more over Beach Park on the landings versus the other way. So,
Coop, you're going to have to get an MP3 of this to MJ, this segment, so he can transcribe it for his airplane diaries tonight.
Nick in Lake Alfred. Nick, are you hooked on this silly ultimatum show?
I was forced to watch it, and now I can't stop. It's pretty good.
Oh my God!
I told you. Thank you, Nick.
Well, you can get anybody to call up and say they'll watch any show, really.
All right, thanks, Nick.
How good could it be?
Now, wait a minute. Kara
I like Nick Lachey.
Is this a woman, Coop? Kara?
This
all right, we have. Well, I asked for all men, but we'll take a woman here. Kara is in Altamont Springs, over in the Orlando area. Is that Fuddruckers still over there?
I have no idea.
Oh, on a moon pie.
No, there was a Fuddruckers right off of I-4 right in Altamont Springs area. Anyway, Kara, you're on the MJ Morning Show.
My husband forces me to watch that stuff.
Your husband forces you to watch Ultimatum?
Yes.
All this relationship crap?
And it's so messed up because it's the significant others dating other significant others. And at the end, it's really messed up because the relationship with Maddie and the other guy, stuck, but she got pregnant by him.
Right?
Whoa.
Somebody got pregnant?
Oh, look at Fester. Fester's lighting up like a Christmas tree over here. You're speaking Fester's language.
Listen, Kara, what about Crazy April?
Oh, my gosh.
I know!
She's like, I know he loves me so much.
All right,
but-
Kara, how old are you and your husband? How old are you guys?
Well, I'm 39. He's 43. And, yeah, he started with Love is Blind, and then he just turns it on. He doesn't ask me. He knows I'll get hooked into it.
Hey, Fester, why don't you go call her? You can have a watch party with Kara's husband.
Come on, Professor.
Your husband sounds awesome. Listen, that sounds like a great idea. Hey, have you guys watched
Ordering some crazy bread and Little Caesars pizza or something.
Perfect. Listen,
You're on to something.
Yeah, right? Have you guys watched Love is Blind Brazil?
Oh, stop
No, we have not.
Okay,
No,
I'm talking
I
to
didn't
Kara.
even know there was a Brazil one. What?
Okay,
I'll tell my husband.
There's Love is Blind Brazil and Love is Blind Japan.
Right. And you're yelling at me about talking to the air traffic controller about all the increased plane traffic over South Tampa. And you're yelling at me. Okay.
This is on point with the Ultimatum.
All right, Kara.
Nick Lachey hosts both shows.
Kara, thanks for the call. I appreciate it.
Have a good one. Bye.
All right. I'm moving on. I'm running a little late here on the nanny story. So when I kind of drop a couple little breadcrumbs, when I drop a couple little hints here, and I say I got a story about a father that hired a nanny to watch the kids, and ooh, you're not going to believe what happened next.
She was working in a bridal shop in Flushing.
Does that have anything to do with Fran Drescher?
No.
What the hell is this?
Oh, by the way, my parents grew up in Flushing, Queens.
That's how she became the nanny.
One of my favorite pizza shops is Brothers Pizza in Flushing Meadows, Queens.
Yeah.
Right along the Horace Harding there. All right.
This is possibly the worst show in the history of television.
The Nanny?
The Nanny.
Why do you say that?
She knocks on the door of a wealthy house to sell makeup and, hey, watch my kids.
Will
and
you
then they
please
get
watch my kids,
Right.
lovely lady?
Okay. So this nanny story might not be what you're thinking. Now, there have been numerous stories, and we've talked about these over the years. If you're hiring a nanny, and a lot of times it's the woman. It is the wife that is in charge of bringing in the nanny, or the French word is...
I don't know, but yes, I am.
Hold on. What'd you say? What'd you say, Froggy?
Okay.
No, it's an au pair.
Au pair. That's a fruit.
Oh, pears. I love pears.
Oh, pears. Look, in the produce section.
Do you have apricots?
Usually it's the woman, it's the mother, it's the wife.
That's me. I'm HR in my household.
So you hire a nanny if you're in the market for a nanny, and we've heard the stories over the years, and people would think, oh, the father, the nanny, oh no. No, this is a little different, because in many cases, the nanny and the husband, they start to have a little flingy dingy going on, and that's
Have the
where,
nanny and the wife ever started a flingy dingy?
you know what?
That's hot.
That is hot.
I ain't mad at it.
Oh man, that's a Netflix show right there.
Doesn't matter if they're hot or not. Look at Arnold.
But hold on, don't get me too far off base here.
Okay.
But we've talked about these stories in the past. For instance, women, if you're hiring a nanny or an au pair, make sure that they are just, rough road but ugly.
Oh.
No, seriously. That's
all my sitters are attractive.
what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, really?
See, Roxanne flips the script. She keeps a very ugly man. She's like, oh, look at him. I'll have beautiful ladies around me and my ugly ass husband.
So the guy is going to repel the hot nannies and babysitters.
She can barely stand Doug.
No, but that's typically the deal. Is that they bring in a nanny or no pair, and next thing you know, the husband is getting it on with the nanny or the no. And we have talked about over the years that if you're going to make this hire, make sure it's not some kind of smoking hot European model, with legs going up to the stratosphere. Now, this is a little twist on this story. The father was already divorced. The father of the kids divorced his wife, and then with his busy occupation, needed a nanny to look after his 3 children because he ended up with custody.
Okay.
So the father, a career-oriented guy that's trying to provide for the family, needs a nanny to help with the 3 chillins. And then guess what? The nanny and the husband, they find love, and now they're married. So I guess it is.
That's a sweet story.
Again, yeah, that's
There's nothing wrong with it.
That literally sounds like the plot of The Nanny, by the way.
That's what I'm saying. It's sort of like the nanny from Flushing, Queens.
Is that the plot of A Sound of Music or The Sound of Music? Do they? The Von Kamp family?
Minus the Nazis.
It's the minus the Von Traps. Yeah. No Nazis.
Did you say, what did he say? Did he say Von Claps?
No, it's the Von Traps. He said the Von
Claps?
Whatever they are.
They're all loaded up with STDs.
The hills are alive with STDs.
The Von Claps. Now,
I think the most famous nanny story that comes to my mind is Elin Nordegren marrying Tiger Woods.
Well, he was.
Whoa! Really? She was a nanny? I didn't know that. Really?
Yes, she was. Yes, she was. She was a nanny for a golfing family, if I'm not mistaken. So she somehow came across Tiger, and there you go.
It's a little different. Tiger didn't hire Elin.
No,
but he met her through her being a nanny for somebody.
Yeah, because Tiger didn't have kids. Rox, where are you going?
Are you choking to death?
Hold on, Roxanne just
ran out.
There's a button for that.
Where'd she go? She just ran out of the studio.
She's choking on coffee.
Where'd she go?
Yeah, I think something went down the wrong pipe or something.
She's puking in the hallway right now.
Oh, here she comes.
Are you all right?
I'm fine.
Roxanne,
I'm back.
You just ran out like your bladder exploded.
No, I just had a tickle in my throat, and I was just gonna have a fit.
Did you hack it out?
You can hack off mic like the rest of us when we. It's okay.
Anyway, the nanny hooks up with the guy, and now they're married. Isn't that a lovely story? But there's no wife. There's no wife or a woman that got hurt in the making of this. Guy hooks up with the nanny.
That's a best case scenario.
It's a little different twist. Because usually it's the other way around. Usually the wife comes home and finds the husband, with the nanny. And in this case, the wife was already out of the picture, and now they're getting married.
Aww.
Isn't that lovely?
Now, I wonder if her role's gonna change, if she's gonna still fall back into, because a nanny treats kids differently than a mom treats kids.
But what if the new couple, the husband and the former nanny, what if they decide to bring in a nanny? And what if then he, goes for the new nanny, like a new model or something?
This train's got to stop somewhere. I mean, you already have one nanny.
Think you're. Let me give out the MJ Money Machine word here quickly. It is 8:00. Actually, it is technically 8:01. It is the MJ Morning Show. This hour's word is obvious. Obvious. Want me to use that in a sentence? It is obvious that Fester is straining the chair that he's sitting on.
Oh, always got to go to that. Huh?
It is obvious. All right, this hour's word is obvious. That's OBVIOUS. OBVIOUS, obvious. Text the word obvious to 45911. That's our nationwide text line. Do it before 8:15, quarter after the hour. Shot at $500 cash, or if you enter it on the Q105 app, you can win an extra $10,000 on Q105. Good luck from the MJ Morning Show and the MJ Money Machine. I mentioned Betty White.
Did you ever get the naked pictures I sent you guys of her?
Yes, from 1912?
From the 50s. Isn't that seriously? No.
Yeah.
There were like naked pictures of Betty White from like the 1950s.
She looked redunculous.
Yeah, there's a couple of nudes from like 2014 of her as well.
Oh, she looked even better.
Popping.
Varicose vein.
Some 2014 nudes of Betty White.
Yeah.
What? When she was 91?
Oh.
How old did Betty? She was just shy of 100, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So
99.
Betty White, she was 99. Yeah, man, you should have seen her, man. When she was 92, she was just a piece. She was amazing.
She was just hitting her prime.
Just stop myself. All right.
Did she have a husband?
Yeah.
She's had several husbands.
Oh, okay.
The house she lived in, I guess the love of her life, Alan something.
Alan
died,
Ludden.
Yeah, he died in 1981, so she's...
Yeah, he was like an old
single for a while.
He was like an old game show host back in like the 60s and 70s. Alan Ludden. I think he might have been like the host of like the original Password. Remember Password?
Oh, yeah.
The word is obvious. All right, so Betty White. The reason why Betty White is in the news, and Betty White, rest in peace. She was just she was a national treasure, like Nicolas Cage. Betty White's house, her beloved house, is for sale. So the home where Betty White died. So she died in this home.
Yeah.
This is the L.A. area home, but it's a little weird. The home is for sale. This was Betty White and her husband's home since like the 1960s. Jeez. But this is where it gets odd. The home is for sale, listed for $10.57 million.
What?
But you can't go inside.
Huh?
If you want to buy the home, you can't go inside. Buyers can only see the outside of the home.
What if it's completely hollow?
It's like a movie.
Like a mystery box.
It's exactly. It's like
this is like Storage Wars House Edition.
Yeah, you can't go inside. I'm guessing that they try to. They just try to avoid like the looky-loos from wanting to go in the house.
I mean, if there's a very well-qualified buyer, I'm sure you get a peek in the inside.
And listen, that's what they do. When you've got high-profile individuals that are selling houses, or you have very expensive houses. Listen, here in the Tampa Bay area, the Tampa Bay real estate market continues to be on fire. Some of the prices for some of these homes, in South Tampa and Davis Islands, for instance, so insane prices. And, you do have people that are kind of, Sunday looky-loos and, might want to, call, hey, hon. I mean,
a lot of times you have to get screened before you go in a house like that. You have to submit your credit.
That's the point. You got to proof of funds.
Yes.
You got like a credit check and everything. But that's what's done. And, you have to qualify a buyer because some of these houses that are listed and are for sale, you have people that literally their entertainment on the weekends is just to go look at houses.
That's it.
And they have no intention of buying.
No.
There are people that that is their entertainment. It's
Me
like
and Fisher used to do that back in the day.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, yes,
what?
we did.
What?
Before we bought houses,
when we had our business back in the day, that we used to use that to inspire us. We used to go look at rich houses.
But here's the deal.
Then it failed.
Her Brentwood Park, Los Angeles home, it's listed for $10.57 million. This is the first time the home has been on the market in more than 50 years.
Wow.
But it is a white and canary yellow home. So it's got canary yellow shutters.
It's very boring looking.
They're saying that the home is being sold for the land value. So I think they might anticipate someone just going in. It's like 3/4 of an acre.
Can you knock over Betty White's house?
Well, that's the point.
The house that she died in?
But hold on. The house, what if somebody wants to buy the house for the house because it's still a viable house?
It's turned into a museum.
But what if somebody does want the house? Oh, no, you can't go inside. You can look at the house from the outside. Does that mean like you can go up to like the windows and hang on a minute? I think I see. Looks like a GE stove from 1969.
Okay, this
hang
house.
on a minute.
This house looks like it was built in 1952.
It looks like an old movie set.
Listen, it's an old looking house, but that's just kind of strange. $10.57 million, and you can't go inside.
What if they go in and it's just filled with sex toys?
It's a Betty White sex dungeon.
I mean, now that you put it
There's
that
like
way,
a mirror and a crucifix.
Hey, listen. Hey, I told the story about. I told the story about Amy Schumer. A very good. You know what we ought to do? We've got a new client coming on. I've got a new MJ client that I'm going to endorse. I'm going to be doing commercials shortly for Andrew Duncan and the Duncan Duo.
Very cool.
The Duncan Duo, very well-known real estate operation.
All right.
Here in you know what? Let me. I got a cell number here. Hold on. Regarding the Betty White, I bet you we can ask him about like nutty real estate stories. Like, hey, the Amy Schumer story, folks. If you don't know the Amy Schumer story, I've told it a couple of times. Let me get Andrew Duncan on the phone.
You can put him on the spot. Hey, Andrew, tell me your craziest real estate.
Yeah,
I'm sure he could think on his feet.
Right off the top of his head, he probably has a couple of them.
Yeah, hang on. Let me dial up. Let's see, 8 months. Hang on, let me get him on the phone. Hold on. I'm going to call up Andrew Duncan from the Duncan Duo. You see the TV commercials, the billboards.
Tell him to bring that car over. I want to drive it.
All right, calling up Andrew Duncan from the Duncan Duo, and hopefully he's listening.
Good morning.
It didn't even ring.
Wow.
Oh my God! It didn't even ring. Andrew, is this Andrew Duncan from the Duncan Duo?
Yes, it is.
Hey, Andrew.
And the principal behind Dunkin' Donuts as well, right?
Get out.
Oh yeah.
Hey, you know what? I'll take the Dunkin' Donuts jokes. I got called that as a kid, but hey, it's almost like brand recognition.
Hold on. They used to call you Dunkin' Donuts when you were a kid?
Yes, they did.
You're so cool.
Listen, it's better than being the Krispy Kreme duo. So
exactly.
That's true.
That's
Yeah,
what they
no
called
doubt.
me growing up.
Hey, by any chance, you listening to the show this morning?
Apparently.
I haven't been. No, I went to the gym this morning.
Okay.
Got back about 15 minutes.
All right, so we're talking about Betty White, and Betty White just died. Like was it New Year's Eve or something?
It was New Year's Eve, just shy of her 100th birthday.
I mean, she couldn't even make it to 100. So the beloved Betty White checks out. Her home in L.A. is for sale, Andrew, listed for $10.57 million, but you can't go inside.
Yeah, I saw that.
I think they're trying to push the land value, which seems to indicate that they're thinking people want to buy this really nice 3/4 of an acre, right in, this hoity-toity area of Los Angeles, and that someone's going to want to bulldoze the house and build something new. But I can't imagine bulldozing Betty White's house. But is that unreasonable? I mean, the house is still a viable house. Have you ever heard of people not being allowed in to see the house?
Yeah, it's actually happening. There's properties on Davis Island right now where that exact same thing's happening. Certainly not at $10.5 million, but economy of scale, much lower number. But yeah, it's relatively common when a home's being sold for land value, and sometimes celebrities, even when it's not being sold for land value, won't show photos of the inside because they're conscientious about what someone may see, or someone taking the photos, or something private that they don't want on social media or publicly available. So they'll only show exterior photos and then require in-person viewings for inside. So pocket listings do that a lot of the time too. So it's really, especially for celebrities, it's not that uncommon.
All right. Well, let me expand this a little bit. Now that I have you on the phone, and by the way, I think you're going to start shortly, and you're going to be part of the MJ Morning Show advertising family.
Yeah, you guys, absolutely. I'm glad to be your special real estate contact, and you'll hear me advertising on the show. So.
And you know how this started, folks. This is crazy, and it just
made fun of my suit.
Yeah, Andrew, that awful black suit, the worst fashion faux pas in advertising.
So why is Andrew Duncan and the Duncan Duo? Why are they going to start advertising? Why am I going to be doing commercials for them? Because last year I was making fun of Andrew Duncan's black Tony Soprano looking suit with a pink tie. I'm like
a fluorescent pink tie.
I'm like, he's right out of a mafia movie here with this suit. Somebody get him a new suit.
It was very Syl.
And apparently, listen, it just shows the power of radio and the power of the MJ Morning Show. So Andrew Duncan, they're flooded. Like all his friends are calling him. Clients are saying, "Oh my, MJ's making fun of your suit." And Andrew Duncan's like, "Wait a minute, hold on." So the MJ Morning Show is talking about my suit. I'm getting hit from all angles. Hundreds of people are mentioning that MJ. So it kind of dawned on you, maybe he ought to be doing commercials for my business if I'm getting that much.
Like, man, I'm getting free advertising. Like, why shouldn't I do this if all these people are listening? So yeah, and truthfully, it was pretty funny. Like I don't have a problem making fun of myself. Like I laugh all the time, like at stuff I do, or a commercial doesn't come off right or whatever. So I thought it was hilarious. And I did update and upgrade my suit game. So now my commercials look a lot better. But
And guess what? I commented on that. I even mentioned that, man, do you see the new commercial? He's listening to the MJ Morning Show. He's got a great looking new suit on.
But you had the last laugh because it got us talking about your original suit, and then everyone heard us talk about you.
That's free advertising, right? It's like, hey, look, any press is good press.
Hey, all right. So you've been a real estate agent. Folks, it's Andrew Duncan from the Duncan Duo. What is one of the creepiest or the weirdest, the strangest things that's ever happened or you ever saw during like a house showing?
So we had a foreclosure that we listed for a local bank. This was probably almost a decade ago, and the house was 100% haunted. Doors would shut. You would hear people upstairs, and this was actually this is in Hyde Park. Okay, like this is actually just outside of Hyde Park, like North Hyde Park.
Right.
And so, but south of Kennedy, nice area. Lots of high end real estate around it. And you would hear noises, doors would shut, all these crazy things would happen. Agents that would show the property would tell us that they heard things. I mean, there was just so many occurrences. And about a year after selling the house, it caught fire and burned down.
What?
Wow, what?
Yeah, it caught fire and burned down, and that, to me, that was the sign that, like, okay, that house there was definitely some crazy stuff going on.
Andrew, your credibility with me has just gone through the roof. The fact that you're a real estate agent and you believe in ghosts and haunted houses because you have another level of what you'll be able to explain to your client.
Yeah, it was. I have to tell you, I wasn't necessarily a believer until that house, and then when it burned down, it was like, okay. This is another level.
Were the owners okay?
Literally, the house burned to the ground.
The house burned to the ground.
Was anybody in the house?
I drove by it. I'm not kidding you. So here's the crazy part. So even worse than me finding out that it burns down, because we listed the property for sale, I was the witness at closing when it was closed. So when it was on fire, and they started investigating it, somehow it got misconstrued into thinking that I was the prior owner that sold it or that I was the owner, even though I was just a witness to the transaction. So I get a knock on my door. At this point, I lived out like the villages of Bayport, like out close to West Chase on the water. And I get a knock on my door at like 6 a.m. And I look out the window, and there's 2 cop cars on my driveway and a cop on my porch. And I opened the door, and for some reason, they wanted to ask me about the property, thinking that I had something to do with it presently. And I'm like, no, we sold the property 2 years ago. But I think they probably just did like a quick search or something. But they thought I had, they thought I owned the property, or was a prior owner of the property, and they just, I think they missed the line on the deed or something. So literally, the cops show up at my house and they ask me all these questions about the house. And, I'm half awake just trying to explain, hey, look, I'm a real estate agent. I sold the house, but I don't know anything about who owns it now. I think, an investment group bought it. And then consequently, I end up finding out that day that it burned to the ground.
All right. Now, did they build a new house on the land?
Actually, a commercial property, I think, built on it and then used part of it for a parking lot.
Oh, wow. 'Cause I want to know, is it still haunted?
It's a haunted parking lot.
Right? I don't know. I after that happened, I was like, I don't want to go there anymore. That's just bad mojo.
Oh, that's crazy. Hey, before I let you roll, and by the way, it's going to be great to have you on as an MJ Morning Show client, Andrew Duncan, the Duncan Duo Real Estate. I don't know if you heard this, but I've told the story a couple of times. I've got a good buddy who is one of the top real estate agents in Manhattan. And he's got his own team and everything. He works for one of the big names up in Manhattan. And he once was showing Amy Schumer's apartment. And it was a wreck. There were like sex toys strewn on the floor, on the nightstand. Yeah, it was crazy. He said that she was, first of all, she's a slob. And then he had to pull her aside after that and say, listen, if you want me to sell your apartment, we can't walk in there and have the place a disaster. Luckily, he showed up. He showed up before the showing, but he had to use paper towel and pick up her stuff and hide it. You know, it's like, what are you doing? Have you ever had you ever have a problem like that where you had to show a house?
Yes, definitely. Yeah, no one's famous. Like we've worked with hockey players, we've worked with athletes, and never had any like major issues like that with them, with anyone like of notoriety. You know, hockey players are the best. Like they're awesome. But we have had clients who definitely were didn't take care of the house, and we would have to go there and clean up. Or
you have to pick up like bras and underwear and stuff.
Unfortunately, yeah. We've also walked in on people having affairs. We've walked in on people having sex. I mean, with this, this is my 16th year, I think, in real estate.
Wow.
So I've pretty much seen it all. And so, yeah, we have. We've walked in on that. We've listed homes to find out that they're meth houses. We've had, we've had vagrants and homeless people living in homes that we put on the market.
Oh, great.
It's
by the way, last night I'm doing prep for the show, and on Yahoo Finance, here's the headline: Real estate, why Tampa suddenly has the hottest housing market in the U.S.
Yeah.
This was on Yahoo Finance last night.
Yeah, the fastest appreciation growth, and I think a lot of people predict that's going to continue this year. I think they said it was like 29% year-over-year increase in our average sale price. There's just so many people moving here. It's a great market.
What's going to happen, though, with mortgage rates really starting to go up quickly? Is that going to put a damper on the real estate market?
Here's the thing. I mean, on a lot of houses, we were getting 20 and 30 offers, and so many of them were cash. I don't think it's going to have much of an impact here because there's still enough cash buyers willing to buy the inventory. You can only sell a house to one person.
Yeah, no, that's true.
It's going to have much of an impact yet. But eventually, if they stay that high and rents don't rise to compete, there's enough hedge funds out there buying homes, turning them into rentals or Airbnbs that I don't think it's going to hurt our market yet. But again, the longer they're higher, the more impact it could have. I don't think it's going to have a short-term impact, but it certainly could long-term.
Andrew Duncan, the Duncan Duo, going to be a brand new MJ Morning Show advertiser. Andrew, it's great to have you on. Oh, and then a buddy of yours, we also recently started advertising for two college brothers.
They're our preferred mover. We just started working with them as well.
So the Duncan Duo, they recommend two college brothers moving, another brand new MJ Morning Show sponsor. So, hey, dude, I'll talk to you soon.
Sounds good. Thanks, MJ.
All right. Thank you. All right. 8:19 at the MJ Morning Show.
MJ, before we go to whatever stuff we're going to talk about, I got to ask you something.
Okay.
Whoa.
I love it. Roxanne is taking control. I love when Roxanne takes control. Yeah.
I've known you long enough now. I do not feel creepy at all asking you this question.
Oh, wait a second. This is getting...
oh, God.
This is getting more like Skinamax here.
I'll answer for you. It's micro.
Wait a minute. All right. So you've just commandeered the show, which I've got no problem with that.
Yeah, no, this just hit me, and I just need to ask you this.
All right. So you just said that you've known me long enough that you feel that you're able to ask me this?
Yes, and it's not going to be creepy. But did you dream about me last night?
What? Wait a minute. That's not creepy?
The heck?
It's a little creepy, Rox.
Why would you say that?
No, because
what?
Well, listen, I had a dream about you.
Oh my God!
Oh, where's the porn music?
It was nothing like that. It was nothing like that. But I'm always curious, like if I'm dreaming about someone else, are they dreaming about me? Like I do at Coop too.
What, you think there's some kind of like ethereal kind of like a psycho connection or something?
Is it a portal or is it just my subconscious?
I'm connected to Roxanne through the dream portal.
Oh, I thought you said porn hole.
No. The portal.
Where you been hanging out?
A portal. All right. No, Roxanne, I did not dream about you last night.
So you think? Because you may have and you may have already forgotten it.
Well, listen, there are, like, for instance, last night, I can't remember any of my dreams last night. So clearly I dreamt while sleeping, but I had absolutely no recollection this morning or even now.
So you don't know.
I have no idea what I dreamt of. But listen, there are days where you wake up and your dream is vivid. It's like you just watched a TV show.
Mine are vivid every night.
All right, so Roxanne.
I love
it. All right, so nice, Coop. All right, so.
What'd you dream of? Were you guys doing it?
No, I just said it
Froggy,
wasn't a creepy dream.
Froggy,
Oh, right.
stop that.
No,
What do
you were driving like a sports car, like that was your thing, and you were showing off a sports car.
That's nothing
And
like
then-
MJ.
And then you brought me a whole bunch of sushi. That was nice, and that's really all I remember.
Wait a second.
Sounds like he's wooing you.
I'm driving a sports car. You were watching me drive a sports car, and then I brought you a whole platter of sushi.
Yeah, but
was it high quality, or was it like the public?
That's what I remember. It was very high. It was like
wasn't-
nothing I'd ever had.
It wasn't $5 sushi day at Publix.
No.
$5 sushi rocks. I love that $5 sushi at Publix.
All right, so it was high quality sushi.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Was
there
it like omakase from one of the top places in Manhattan?
I think it may have been.
Yeah.
Or did he just have a big tuna flopping in the back of his cool sports car?
What was he wearing in the dream?
I can't remember all of those details, but it wasn't creepy at all. It was just.
Okay,
it was fine.
Miss Dream Interpreter.
I have no idea
So
what that means.
what is that?
You can't dream interpret yourself.
What is that?
What's
What
that?
the-
You got to get what's her face?
Oh,
on.
Thundra. Oh my God. Oh,
Wow.
you know what?
We don't need thunder.
Thunder.
No, I think we do.
Thunder.
Hey, Koopa, I need the Thundra introduction here. We
Well, we're
probably
talking about dreams.
Yeah, we are. I mean, Thundra is our dream interpreter here on the MJ Morning Show. Thundra.
No, AC/DC.
Hold on. No, but that's
I like that song,
wait,
yeah.
that's another. Roll that one again. That is one of our Thundra dream interpretation
The
songs.
wrong one.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Why
one
is
of
there lightning
Thundra's
in there?
intros.
Oh, Thundra,
But we
okay.
also have the Thundra.
Oh.
There we go. Thundra.
Dream about sushi in a sports car.
What does that mean?
Dreaming
I don't
of,
know.
Is this the first time that you dreamt about me?
No, because I've also had like the bad broadcaster dreams all the time when I'm late to work, and then I'm
Oh yeah.
like I can't get in, and I gotta call you and text you, and
And the song's running
Kinda like real
out.
life.
There's
Yeah.
dead-
Dream about
dead-
MJ not being able to get in the building.
have I had that dream?
All right.
Froggy, stop going for the
So,
lowbrow
well,
stuff.
listen, she's
I mean,
the one.
come on.
all I
She's
got.
the
It's
one
all I
dreaming
got.
of you and sushi. Okay, double entendre palooza.
I just prefaced all this with this is not creepy at all, and we're close enough that we can have these conversations. I'm going to tell anybody in this building. I've walked down the hall to people at different stations and told them I had a dream about them. I think we're all kind of in sync because we
Creepy.
had these crazy early morning hours.
I guess my question was, why am I in your subconscious? Why am I guess we do.
Well, you asked me to do a lot of extra things yesterday after the show. Maybe that's why.
What do you mean I asked you to do a lot of
extracurricular activities?
Send you some stuff.
All right.
What? Sending pictures?
No, because
Nudes?
You don't. Whatever. Just
No, I mentioned this on the air.
Yeah.
This is not secret.
Oh.
On the air yesterday, I said, hey, listen, I want to do a little market research. And you know what? Let's do it again now. I'll do it. This is exactly what I asked Roxanne. I mentioned on the show, I said, do we have listeners right now that are listening for the first time since we returned? And I asked a very simple question. How many listeners right now just found out that the MJ Morning Show is back on Q105 because of the MJ Morning Show billboards that are up all over the Tampa Bay area? And I said, send me an email or go ahead and text us. And then Roxanne sent me screenshots. How many texts would you say that you got yesterday from people saying that they've seen the billboards and that they found out that we were back for the first time because of the new billboards? How many?
200.
I mean, it was ridiculous. Like a couple of hundred people. One mention yesterday, I said, hey, did you just find out the MJ Morning Show with me, MJ, and Fester and Froggy, Roxanne? Did you just find out that we're back because of the billboards that say, MJ Morning Show is back, Q105, 104.7 FM?
Yeah, that really awful picture of the crew where Froggy and I are looking at each other longingly.
There are two versions. There's the old font one, and then there's the one with the picture. So listen, I'll ask the question again. Send us a text. If you just found out that the MJ Morning Show is back because of the billboards, let us know. Send us a text. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. Send us a text. 800-990-1047. Or listen, If you want to call us, I'll take some calls on this. I'm just curious. This is like just a little market research here. If you just found out we were back, you've listened to us in the past, and you just found out recently we're back because of the billboards, I'd love to talk to you as well. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. So call in, say hi. We'll talk to you real quick. And then the other way to let me know is just email me, mj@mjmorningshow.com.
That's right.
So if you don't want to text or call, just send me an email. And, man, I was flooded with I haven't even gotten to all the emails yet. You can send me folks, you can send me an email about anything at any time. If you've got show content, you have anything that you want to drop on us, you got a good bit idea, you got something, you can always email me. My private email is mj@mjmorningshow.com. All right, Coop's answering calls. Let me grab a couple before we move on. And we got a lot of stuff we got to get into. Let me grab a couple of calls, though. With the MJ Morning Show billboards all over town, did you just find out we were back? We've been back since October 5th of 2020. Wow. So we've been back for a year and a half now.
Wow.
We've been back on the air. All right, hang on. Let me go to phones here. Sarah's in Clearwater. Hi, Sarah. Welcome to the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hi. I actually called you guys before I did the hurdle one with the 90s songs.
Oh, yeah, the hurdle. Absolutely. Hal Herman's hurdle.
Yes.
All right. Did you find out we were back because of the billboards?
No, actually, my daughter and I listened to another morning show, and we were flipping through, and we found you, and I can't remember what segment we were listening to, but she and I were laughing hysterically at it, and we listen to you guys every morning. Anytime we're listening and I'm trying to talk to my daughter, she's like, shh, I need to hear this.
All right, so you were just channel surfing and you found us.
And that's how a lot of people come across us, by channel surfing. A lot of people have seen our stuff online. We're on a lot of socials. When we put something on the MJ Morning Show Facebook page and you see it on your feed and you share it, all your friends see it. So a lot of our audience has grown very organically, which we're super grateful for. But these billboards are everywhere.
My daughter and I love you. She's 12. She's going to be 13, and she absolutely loves you guys. I love you guys. I think you're hysterical, and you're doing a great job.
Well, we appreciate it. Thank you so much. Rox, you're getting hammered again with texts?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not going to answer them.
All right. Well, no. What? Before I move on, read a few of the texts that you're getting blasting in here.
Okay. Well, a lot of them about dreaming about me.
All right.
But
what? Dreaming texts? Okay.
I saw.
Are they dreaming about you, or is
can Roxanne have a dream about me?
Okay, just found out recently because the billboards. So excited you were back on the MJ Morning Show.
Yeah.
Saw a billboard on I-4. Did not know you were back. Hey, this is Suella from Largo, and I found out MJ Morning Show was back from the billboard on Ulmerton Road. They're all like this.
Yeah. I mean, how many? You got dozens already?
Yeah, I'm done. I'm out.
All right.
You get the idea.
Roxanne's on text overload.
Last night, moving along. Last night, I'm doing show prep. I'm sitting on the couch in the living room.
Pants on or off?
I had workout shorts on, shirt off.
Okay, just trying to get a mental picture.
I like to take the shirt off in the house.
Really?
That's
you
weird.
Homer Simpson?
I mean, it's not weird, but that's different than our house.
How's that weird?
Because you're like a 17-year-old kid. What is? Put on some clothes, you animal.
It's 9 o'clock at night. I'm sitting on the couch.
Let me guess, you're in your tidy whities too.
No, I said I was in a pair of black I was in like Nike or Mizuno workout shorts or something.
You eat dinner with no shirt on?
No, I eat with a shirt on.
He wears a man bib.
Do you answer the door with no shirt on?
Well, here's the deal. You know what we took out last night, so I'll get to that in a second.
Oh,
hold on. Let me talk about the progression here. So last night we went to the Hillsborough County Fallen Deputy Memorial Service. They hold it every year. It was at the Ybor Operations Center. They've got the Memorial Park next to the Operations Center. And Michelle and I, we went to the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office memorial service last night. The Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office, since its inception, they've lost 17 officers in the line of duty. 17.
I saw that on the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office socials.
Right.
There were a ton of people there. It was an amazing turnout.
So Michelle and I were there last night, and I've been to numerous of these events over the years, and it's important to remember our first responders and those that have lost their lives in the line of duty. Remember, we had the officer out in Levine. Remember what happened?
Yes.
Remember, he was broadsided by that maniac that was fleeing police with 1 day to go before retirement. Do you remember? I mean, terrible story. And last night was the memorial. So we went to the memorial, spoke to Sheriff Chronister for a little bit after the memorial. A lot of local dignitaries were there. Had some great conversations with a bunch of deputies. We have a lot of deputies that listen to the show. Walking out there with 3 Hillsborough County deputies near the exit. And I'm like, hey guys, how you doing? And like, one was like, hey Todd. I'm like, oh, so hey, by the way, I'm Todd Schnitt. I'm MJ from the MJ Morning Show. And we know who you are. We listen every morning. And they're all 3 of them are like giving me little bits and pieces from the show. They listen every morning. So
Sheriff's Office knows who I am as well, but that's because of my outstanding warrants.
So 2 of them. So Michelle and I, this is all a progression of a story here. So Michelle and I then leave, and we're hungry. It was dinner time. It was close to 8 o'clock, 8:15, and like, where do you want to go? And we love this. We love Bare Naked Kitchen. The new concept.
Says the bare naked guy sitting around his house.
He's eating bare naked food, bare naked.
So, we stopped and we grabbed a couple of salads from Bare Naked. We go home, and so I'm eating dinner, and I did take my shirt off after I ate dinner. I just like taking my shirt off in the house. It's late at night, and it feels cool. Not cool as in
doesn't look cool.
Not cool as in hey, I'm cool. No, I mean the actual. I feel cooler if I just take the shirt off. I'm sitting on the couch. I got the laptop out or the tablet out, and I'm doing my show prep. So
boobs are just flopping.
We're finished eating dinner, and I'm sitting on the couch, and Michelle just starts giggling. Michelle starts cracking up. And I'm like, why are you laughing? And then she's laughing so hard as she's starting to snort that I couldn't even get her to tell me right away, what are you laughing at? It turns out that Michelle was, should I call her up?
Yes.
She was reading a story about Johnny Depp and Amber Heard in the Washington Post. There was a story about the latest trials and tribulations of the defamation trial. And, of course, it's the WAPO. It's the Washington Post. And the trial is happening right there in Northern Virginia. It's happening in what? In Fairfax County.
So they have several reporters dedicated to this beat. Absolutely.
Clearly, absolutely. So Michelle starts cracking up. I'm like, what are you laughing at? So once she stops laughing and snorting, and I find out it's about Amber Heard and Johnny Depp. She's reading a story, and she's reading the comments. You know how still a lot of news sites will have the comments section. Some places have shut them off.
Right.
Didn't I think the Tampa Bay Times, didn't they shut off their comments? I think they shut off their comments sometime, if I'm not mistaken.
But sometimes the comments make the story.
All right, hold on. Well, you're about to hear. Hold on. All right, calling Michelle. And hopefully she picks up on a couple of rings here. It doesn't go to voicemail. Uh-oh, better hurry. Oh, here we go. Hey, Michelle.
Yeah.
You awake?
Yeah.
Are you listening?
With one ear.
All right, well, let me refresh what I'm talking about. Last night, we went to the memorial service. We got some Bare Naked Kitchen for dinner. I'm on the couch. I'm doing show prep, and you start laughing hysterically. You're snorting. It took me like 5 minutes to get you to stop laughing, to tell me what you're laughing about. So you're reading this Amber Heard, Johnny Depp story, and then what possessed you to go to the comments section in the Washington Post story online?
Oh, I'd like to just see what people are thinking, what the general consensus is.
The chatter.
All right. Do you still find this funny? Because I do.
Oh, it's hysterical.
All right. Tell everybody why you were laughing last night.
Because somebody made the comment about how Amber Heard dropped a grumpy in the bed.
A grumpy?
Oh.
I should get start laughing again. Michelle and we've never heard that term.
I've never heard that.
She's never heard the term. So, of course, it came out during trial that Johnny Depp accused Amber Heard of pooping in his bed. And
Apparently otherwise known as dropping a grumpy.
Dropping a grumpy. Have you ever heard of that?
A grumpy.
If you do that act, that's called dropping a grumpy?
A grumpy.
This trial is resulting in a lot of new lexicon.
She must have been grumpy.
Yes, Coop.
Well, I was going to say, I feel like that's like a British term. You drop a grumpy. I feel like that makes more sense when you say it in a British accent.
You're right.
We had some cheese and scones, and now I got to drop a grumpy.
Oh.
Does the Queen drop grumpies?
Oh, I got to take a grumpy to the pond. Hello. Yes. I'm the Queen.
I'm working up a real grumpy. I'm going to wiggle it out.
Grumpy Belly will produce a grumpy.
All right, that's enough, guys. All right, Michelle, thank you for making me laugh last night.
All right, you're welcome.
All right.
I don't feel well. I have a grumpy.
All right.
I got a grumpy on deck.
Stop.
Sorry.
Stop.
Pinch the grumpy.
Oh, that's too far.
What?
I just dumped that.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I just dumped that grumpy.
It was in a British accent.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
Grumpy.
It doesn't.
You know, I have a bad habit of saying S show all the time.
Oh.
And now you could just say Amber Turd Show.
Oh.
Okay.
No, Amber. Instead of Amber Heard, it's Amber Turd.
What an Amber Turd Show.
You can now also say Grumpy Show.
Hey, Coop, did you get the image of this? Oh, Coop's answering calls here. Do we have grumpy lines calling in?
I don't know yet.
All right. So, Coop, did you get the image of this? Is she a model? What? This woman got cheek implants that you are not going to believe. I mean, why do? Oh, look, all the lines are ringing. I think we've hit a nerve with the grumpy phones, folks. This is preposterous. Coop, did you get this? Is this on our website so people can see it?
Yeah, the model with the
cheek implants.
Yes, yeah.
All right, folks, you have got to see this. Fester, go to our website. Go to. Oh, Fester's on.
All right.
Are you on what? What
I'm
are you
on
on?
Urban Dictionary.
Okay.
Where I go to verify all terms that I think are a little slang. Grumpy does have a
thread,
a commode related definition.
Oh.
Wow. All right, so moving along, ladies and gentlemen. Fester, if you could get off the Urban Dictionary and go to mjmorningshow.com.
Oh man, I have to send that link to Michelle. All right, MJ.
Morningshow.com. Folks, you have got to see this latest individual, this woman who has completely disfigured herself with cheek implants. This model apparently has the largest cheeks in the world, and now she's unveiled her latest cosmetic surgery. I guess her previous implants were not big enough. Cheek implants. Now, kind of like, what did Chrissy Teigen? That's isn't that John Legend's wife?
Yeah. Did she de-chipmunk her cheeks?
What did she did something to herself?
Did she have a de-cheekification?
Yeah, she got a cheek reduction.
All right, so Coop, where is this on the website? I think Fester's having trouble finding it.
I see it right here.
Where is it?
Very first thing.
All right,
go to the top of the
cheeks
page.
in the world just got bigger.
I'm refreshing it. Hold on. Livestream. Is it on featured?
Yeah, I see it as my first thing. It says biggest cheeks in the world just got bigger.
All right, so I mean, my first thing is featured, our YouTube link, and then yesterday's tipping story, and then me putting the
no,
dwarf
something's
in the
going on.
dryer.
Something's going on with the cash. Cash me outside or something. Well, no, don't click on the live stream. That's not going to bring up the cheeks.
To navigate this site.
Go to home. Go to home. Click on that. All right.
MJ Money Machine, and I click Morning Show right below it.
Yeah, well, it's not coming up.
All right, go over to the right, maybe. I don't know.
No,
keep going to the right.
No, it's not. It's not there.
Well, keep going to the right, mate. I don't know. I see it as the first thing.
It is not. Something's wrong with this computer. All right, Festus, so just do a search. I got to have you guys see this image.
Operator error. Cheek implants news.
No.
Model
Yeah, there
with
is. Okay, there is. All
I
right.
find
All
it.
right, look at Roxanne. Come look at this woman. Look at this picture. Look at this woman.
Wow. That's like a Skeletor meets, like, those look like full apples, like someone jammed apples up in her cheeks and pushed them towards her eye sockets.
They look like balconies.
What?
Yeah.
What has
Balconies.
this woman done to herself? Does she think this looks good? She looks hideous. It is horrific. It is like a cartoonish freak show going on here. Her name
Looks like Johnny Depp and Willy Wonka.
Tell you what, and guess what? Her name is Anastasia Pokrashuk, and guess where she's from?
Connecticut?
Largo?
Let me put it this way. What Putin's doing is not the only atrocity in Ukraine.
Oh.
She is from Ukraine.
What, is she from Kiev?
She's from Kiev. She is.
Okay.
Formerly Kiev, but now Kiev. That's where she's from. She's 33 years old. She's got a relatively slender face, and she's in her 20s, and she has the most ridiculous implants and fillers in her cheeks that she looks like she's some kind of a cartoonish distortion.
She looked so pretty before.
Yeah, why did she do
Look
this?
at that.
She was natural and good looking, and then what is it with people in this body dysmorphic problem where they got to keep doing? It's like remember the Bride of Wildenstein? Remember that lady in New York that had her eyes turned into like cat eyes, and she looked like a freak.
Yeah, I think what happens is as you age, you lose collagen in your face. So the answer is to put. How old is this woman though? I want to back up.
33.
Okay, she doesn't need to do any of
It
this.
looks like she
None.
put golf balls in her cheeks.
Okay, and so you don't understand.
Those are Titleist.
Here it shows a photo of her before any of the plastic surgery procedures.
Yeah.
And she's a pretty
attractive.
But she's
all right.
Okay. But she's just a normal looking human. She's not exceptionally
And now she's turned
gorgeous.
herself into like an alien.
And that's what she's going for. She's going for something that's super crazy over the top, and she's got it. And that's not the only place she has implants. If you scroll down, here's an image of all different kinds of body parts that are unnaturally shaped.
She's got the butt implants. She's got the boob implants.
Was it last week we talked about the guy who had his ears removed and his...
Yes.
Ears are overrated.
I mean, people do crazy stuff.
I'm not that mad at the guy.
All right, the images are up. Hopefully, let me go to let me just go on my cell phone and see if it's, because it's not coming up in our studio computer, but it might be you need to, clear out the cache. I just want to make sure that, let's see.
Okay, it just popped up.
Now, okay.
There's a several minute delay for maybe when he hits go.
All right, so now it is online now. If you
Biggest cheeks in the world just got bigger.
If you want to see what this woman looks like, if you want to go to mjmorningshow.com, the image is up, mjmorningshow.com, and it is ridiculous. It is beyond ridiculous. You know what else is pretty stupid here? Fester hands me the story yesterday. I didn't get to it yesterday.
What was it?
And Fester, you said something like, what kind of a dummy really needs this guidance? Fester handed me a story. Expert shares tips for cleaning door handles. All right, really? Do we need a news story where they talk to an expert on how to clean a door handle?
Well, maybe there's a specific way. You go counterclockwise or clockwise.
You grab some Lysol, or you grab some disinfectant wipes, or you grab a mixture of bleach and water, or some kind of a Lysol, or some kind of common cleanser that'll kill germs and clean surfaces. Really?
I think what got me to this story was that the headline was something along the lines of,
Here's the headline. Expert shares tips for cleaning door handles and common fixtures.
Right, but the click link was like the dirtiest thing in your house. So I clicked that to get to this, and I thought it was going to be something like carpets, because we talked about that. People take their shoes off outside their house because of all the stuff they drag on the bottom of their feet. Or I thought it was going to be like a toilet seat or something. But then it's like door handles, and I'm like, that's the most obvious thing. And then it's like how to clean your handles. We need this?
We don't. I don't think we need to tell people how to clean a flippin' door handle.
Okay, when was the last time you took a antibacterial wipe to your door handle?
I do.
Well, I got door knobs all over my house. Which one are you talking about?
Any of them. And when do you walk around with like antibacterial wipes and just hit all the handles?
No, I don't feel compelled to clean the doorknobs and handles in my house.
I do that quite often.
I'm torn on this story because it seems so obvious and but then I don't think many people, aside from Roxanne, do this on the regular.
No, I'll just grab like a baby wipe and I'll just go wipe down the door.
See, is that antibacterial?
You just keep your house clean. You just keep your hands clean. You wash your hands. Now, listen, I'll tell you right now, when the pandemic first started, I was washing my hands. Everyone was washing their hands like incessantly. Now, I still probably wash my hands more than I previously did, but I don't wash my hands anywhere near the way that I did when the pandemic. Oh, and speaking of hands, remember I mentioned, I think in the studio, I don't think I mentioned this on the air. Did I mention on the air that I think it was last Wednesday, right? It was last week, or maybe it was the week before. Did I mention that the skin was peeling on my fingertips and the side of my fingers?
Yeah, you told me that, and I told you that it's just from stress, but you said you weren't stressed.
No, I'm not stressed.
Did you share it off the air?
Yes, off the air.
I think I mentioned this off the air. I don't think we talked about it on the air, but this was last week.
Yeah, you did say that to me and to Coop.
And out of nowhere, I'm looking at my fingers, and most of my fingers on both hands, the skin was peeling right at the fingertips, like I was molting, like a lizard or something.
Ew.
Like I'm about to come out of my skin. I'm about to have a V-shaped tongue, like that TV series V. But so my fingers, most of my fingers, I'm getting this peeling on the top of my fingertips and even down the side of my fingers, but really only to like the first joint. And I'm like, what's going on? But specifically, like the fingertips, the skin is coming. So I show Michelle, and Michelle's like looking it up, like a Brady Bunch episode. And, Michelle's looking up, what's going on. So Michelle diagnoses me with Kawasaki disease.
Oh, no.
Ah, I love those motorcycles.
Very similar to Suzuki disease. No, but wait a minute. Then it disappeared. Then gone.
Ew, it's like a fungus.
It just disappeared.
Oh,
thank goodness.
So again, I was having like the peeling skin on my fingers and then gone. And my fingers are 100%. You want to look at my fingers?
No. Keep them away.
No sign whatsoever. So what? I was trying to think. Did I touch a chemical? But I didn't.
What day?
Oh my gosh.
What day? Hold on. Stop. What day? Was it last Friday?
No.
No, it was before last Friday. It was before the silly string.
Was it? Oh. No, it was. No, it was not. It was not.
You squeezed the silly string and said on the air that your hands were burning after the chemicals were reacting.
My hands were burning. As a matter of fact, after I helped clean up the silly string debacle from Froggy, no, I really didn't have any ill effects.
Maybe it cured your
no,
peeling hands,
by then the
string
peeling had started. But it lasted. It appeared to last. I'm trying to remember. I don't think it was last Wednesday. I think it was the previous week.
Yeah, I think you're right.
It was the previous week, and I noticed it on a Wednesday, and it was really like a week that it disappeared. It just poof, it went away.
Maybe you're a lizard person and you're just like making a new coat.
Well, that's what I was saying. I'm like molting or something.
You're
like
metamorphosizing.
Gypsy kiss you?
You're gonna find MJ's outline of his skin in the parking lot, like a snake.
Like a little MJ inflatable doll just sitting there floating. Michelle has no business going online and naming Kawasaki disease is nothing like what you had.
That's what she said. She said, "Oh yeah, you've got Kawasaki disease." I'm like, "No, I don't."
All right, she only said that because
I don't even know what Kawasaki disease is.
It's a rash on your body and genitalia area.
Hang on, let me see if I got any. No, all's well there. Yeah.
Extremely red eyes.
Yep.
Swollen red skin on palms of your hands and the sole of your feet.
None of that.
Yeah.
It was just my fingers and fingertips that the skin was peeling off.
It's usually found in children.
Oh, Kawasaki. Isn't that what the kids were getting when they would get COVID?
That might have been.
That's right.
No, that was Harley Davidson.
It was Harley Davidson syndrome is what it was.
Indian motorcycle syndrome.
All right, folks, when we get back, this concludes the extremely long chunk of the MJ Morning Show. When we get back, do you hear what a mayor of a major city wants people to do regarding police? A mayor of a major city is like enlisting the public to do this.
I saw this.
To police. You got to hear this. I want to take phone calls on this. My jury is out on this. I think I have some issues here. You got to hear this. Hold on. We'll get to it in a minute. We're back momentarily. Don't move. MJ Morning Show here on Q105. And, of course, the law firm of Kemp.
That was bad. Are you Vincent Price?
Yeah, I thought I'd jump. Add a little thriller to the end of.
My Vincent Price is better than yours.
I think so. Let me hear it. Go. Hold on, wait, I got to put you into the echo chamber. Go ahead. That was the door slam. All right, let me turn this.
Pretty good, huh?
All right, you got the MJ Morning Show. Maybe I ought to just do Froggy and MJ just screwing around all morning long. What
Let's
do you think?
do that. A little screw around.
Oh, man, I got to go to the doctor this morning.
For what? Well, oh, you're sick now. Great.
Plus, Michelle and I are flying out later this afternoon.
Okay, so why are you going?
Where are you going?
Hold on. Hang on.
Don't we work tomorrow?
No, we do not.
Dude, we're off tomorrow. It's a best of show tomorrow. But listen, folks.
Really?
Yeah, you're going to hear stuff that
I had no idea.
No, but people are going to hear stuff they never heard.
I wish shut up.
I wish you would never have said something,
hold
MJ,
it.
because
I swear on my children,
Dude,
I had no idea.
sent an email like a month ago about tomorrow we're taking a day. I got to go. I have parent-teacher conferences up in Connecticut. Not the most convenient
You
parent.
can't Zoom?
No, you got it's parents' weekend and everything, at Julian's boarding school.
That's cool.
Hold on, I'll get to all that in a minute. Let me make a note here. All right,
God, it's Friday.
Yeah, plane. I gotta be at Dr. L's office at 10:30 this morning.
Why?
I gotta have a test.
What kind of test?
Hold on, that's a cliffhanger. That's
The finger.
That's a.
Roxanne's ready with that next question. What kind of test?
All right,
What time?
hold
What time?
on. I'll get to that in a
What
second.
time?
First, though, a mayor of a major U.S. city wants people, the citizens, to do this regarding cops. Now, I don't know if I'm a fan of this. Mayor Adams, he's the new mayor in New York City, where I will be later this afternoon because we're going to fly into New York. We're going to grab some pizza, and Michelle's got to pick something up in the city.
Well, you better not be doing in New York what he wants people to do.
Yeah, see, I have a problem with this.
Me too.
I really do. I'm not happy with this.
What?
But serious, folks. If you want to see my pizza later on today, make sure you follow me on Instagram.
Don't put up any more
hold on.
pictures
What
of pizza.
are you going for?
Because I'm all clammed out from all the other things.
You know, Kim took me aside and said, "Listen, can you please tell MJ to stop posting such boring food pictures?"
No, she didn't.
Ask her. Ask her. She did.
Posting amazing pictures of fried whole belly clams from Essex.
The clam hut?
Looks like
from the clam hut?
Yeah. Looks like a bunch of dried cow patties.
No, it doesn't. The stuff is delicious.
I'm not saying they're not delicious.
So,
I'm just saying they're not that appealing to visually look at.
Folks, watch my Instagram later today and this weekend for some great Northeast pictures.
I would much rather see pictures of the restaurant than of the food. Take a picture of the outside. Take a picture of the outside of the place instead of like.
I do. If you looked at my last clam picture.
Here's my box of brown turds.
Oh, go ahead and scroll, and I also have a bunch of pictures.
All right. What does Mayor Adams want?
Anyway, so I'm going to be in New York later on with Michelle, later on this afternoon. So follow me on Instagram, Certified Todd Schnitt.
Do you guys ever not travel during the weekend?
You know what? It's been very busy lately.
I know it has.
Yeah, I mean, when are you going to be able to like relax?
Now, for May, I think we're around for most of May.
Gosh.
All right. But yeah, we're racking up some frequent flyer miles. All right. So Mayor, I got a problem with this. I really have I don't like this at all. The new mayor of New York, Mayor Adams, is asking New Yorkers to send pictures of New York City cops in the subway if they're using their phones on the job.
What?
So if there's a cop, particularly in the New York subway stations, and if the cop is in the subway station and he appears to be on his phone or her phone or their phone
That'll
or
go
they
over
or
well.
them or I don't know, that he wants people to take pictures of them and rat them out.
Oh, the cops are going to love that.
Yeah, because morale and with the New York City Police Department is probably at an all-time high right now. Let's add to it.
Also, keep in mind that Mayor Adams is a former NYPD cop himself. Mayor Adams, this is from the New York Post. Mayor Adams is tired of seeing NYPD officers on their phones at subway stations and is asking New Yorkers to snap a picture when they see it happening. He says you walk downstairs, you see 5 transit officers standing at the booth looking at their phones.
He's not wrong.
New York City's mayor griped during a budget briefing at City Hall on Tuesday.
If this is a problem, it's he's not wrong.
He said, if you see it, send me a picture, let me know, because I'll go to that district the next day and see exactly what's happening.
Great.
Send me a shot. New Yorkers, you see that, send me a photo, and I will be at that station.
Okay, micromanager.
Okay, the cops are employees of the city to serve the people. They shouldn't be playing Wordle while standing
They're
at the
not
front of the
doing
train
that.
station.
They use their department-issued cell phones to do checks.
Then let the officer...
Listen, are they sometimes, Fester, are they sometimes doing superfluous activity like just scrolling or surfing the web or whatever? I'm sure it happens. I just don't know if people taking pictures of police officers and then ratting them out, I don't know if that's really the... Yeah, Coop.
I think we should get the opinion from a retired New York City cop who's on hold. Yeah.
Oh, really?
What a coincidence.
Listen, I don't mind going to phones. I didn't even give out the phone number. Let me give out a phone number here. 800-990-1047. What do you think? I mean, I find this to be uncomfortable. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. If you're a cop or if you're just a regular listener, what do you think about the mayor of New York asking citizens to take pictures of police officers in the subway, transit cops, if they're on their phones? So what the mayor's saying is, I want the cops paying attention to everything all the time. I don't want to see them on their phones.
Yeah.
Right. Now, listen.
I don't have a problem with that.
In principle, yes, I do want the cops with their eyes, all over. I want their head on a swivel in the subway station or on the streets of New York. I don't want them buried in a phone. But I don't think taking a picture of the cop and then saying, hey, Mayor, look, it's these cops. I don't know if that's not the solution. Look, it seems inflammatory.
Officer Flatfoot's doing the New York Times Sudoku puzzle. Listen, I don't need that. And then now the cop might even step out of the way of the people if he's doing actual work. I get it.
All right, Joe's in Wesley Chapel. Joe is a retired NYC cop. Hey, Joe.
What's up, guys? The phones, the mayor's a moron. That's the first thing. I worked with him when he was a sergeant, and he was useless as a sergeant. And the guy has no common sense.
Wow. So was that? Did you work in Brooklyn? Where was he a sarge?
Yeah, I worked in Brooklyn. He worked in the 8A precinct.
Where's the 8-8? What part of Brooklyn?
It's kind of part of Bed-Stuy, and but I had dealings with him when he was a sergeant, and the guy has always been the same. He's an empty suit.
All right, so your thoughts of him wanting people to take pictures of cops if they're spotted on the phone in the subway, what are your thoughts on that?
No, you shouldn't do that because the cops get their jobs assigned to them by a department-issued cell phone. Every single New York City cop that is on the job gets a department cell phone.
All right, so they could be literally on their phones looking at police business, and people, because they're prompted by the mayor, they could be doing police business on their phone, and meanwhile the person's taking a picture of them and trying to rat them out to Mayor Adams.
Yeah, but meanwhile they could be getting a radio run of something going on in the subway. They're privy to everything that goes on in the city through that cell phone, that department cell phone. And
all right, so there might be instances where they're messing around, but a lot of times they're doing real department business.
They're doing real department work. I can't say for every single one if they're doing they're on the web, but for the most part, they're doing their job.
All right, Joe.
You can't knock a guy for doing their job.
Joe, have you ever seen a rash of officers just kind of sitting there playing Candy Crush on their phone?
No, I can't say I have.
Okay.
Hey, Joe, when did you retire from the NYPD?
I retired in 2016, and but my old partner was still on, and he just retired last month.
And what did you retire as? Were you what rank?
No, I was just a cop.
Gotcha. And
I worked in the detective squad though.
Gotcha. All right. Before I let you go, what's your favorite Brooklyn pizza?
Brooklyn. Ellen B. Spumoni Gardens.
Ellen B. Spumoni Gardens. You know, they put one. They put another one right near Giuliana's and Grimaldi's under the Brooklyn Bridge.
It hasn't opened yet. Still hasn't opened.
Oh, hold on. They still haven't opened that yet?
No, still hasn't opened yet.
Oh, that's crazy.
I think they're getting like a lot of pressure and from the other two, Giuliana's and
Grimaldi's.
Grimaldi's.
Yeah, Giuliana's. Giuliana's is the original Patsy that is part of that. So Patsy Grimaldi actually opened Giuliana's with Matt. And, man, Giuliana's is one of our favorite. Hey, buddy, thanks for your service up in New York, and thanks for checking in, Joe, and keep listening. All right, look, the phones exploded here on this. The phones have just totally ignited. Rachel is in Palmetto. Hi, Rachel. You're on the MJ Morning Show. Welcome.
Welcome, guys. How's it going?
We are well, Rachel. You want to weigh in on the mayor of New York wanting people to rat out cops if they're on their cell phones?
Absolutely. I'll say this. I think it's absolutely appropriate. Number one, if they're so serious about them being on their phones, looking up department, like, things that they have to do and their jobs that are coming in, obviously there's a timestamp on that. And if this mayor wants to micromanage, he can do that because the timestamp and the picture have to match. Okay, so there's that. I also feel that they should not be on their phones. If you're looking down as a public servant, I'm a registered nurse in Florida, and I have to be aware of all of my surroundings all of the time. I can't walk around on my cell phone. Yes, I'm a charge nurse, and I have a work-designated cell phone that goes off from time to time. However, that being the case, you can add up those timestamps to make sure that it's appropriate, So I'm in the middle. I think, yes, of course, he should do that. But if he wants to be that petty, then, and implement the timestamp match. And then we'll see what's really
All right, so Rachel, you're an RN, and I guess it would be a bad thing if you're playing Wordle or if you're online and you're checking out all these websites. Maybe you're trying to shop on Etsy or something, and you're totally consumed by your phone, and you totally miss. Oh, you totally missed the flat line.
Got a flatliner here. Nurse Rachel, we need you. Put down your phone, Nurse Rachel.
Wait, I'm on Etsy. I'm buying a pot holder. I'm buying a frog pot holder on Etsy.
Bring me the defibrillator. Nurse Rachel, where are you?
Clear. Boop.
I'm
back.
done.
I'm almost. She's playing along.
I'm almost done with Wordle.
All right, thank you, Rachel.
Thanks, Rachel. Have a great day.
She's awesome.
Yeah, she's way better at 911 games than I am.
Will is in Riverview. Hey, Will, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Welcome.
Hey, morning, guys.
Your thoughts on the mayor of New York wanting citizens to rat out cops who they think are goofing around on their cell phones by taking a picture and sending it to the mayor?
Well, that's kind of hypocritical, because if you look at every cop car in the city of New York, they all have full-size laptops on their in their dashboard in their lap, essentially. I
mean, listen, every police agency in the country essentially has the laptops in there now.
But can you acknowledge it's a bad look to have 5 cops standing in front, as the mayor said, 5 cops standing in front of the train station, all just kind of looking down at their phone?
Well, it's a bad thing when you see a cop going down I-4 and he's typing on that computer in the middle of his car, too, don't you think?
Man, this guy hates that computer.
Damn computer.
Man, those computers, they've ruined humanity.
They use that to look up stuff.
What about the good old days of police work when you relied on narcs?
Will, thanks for the call, Will.
Thank you, Will.
Anonymous in Plant City.
Hey, Anna.
Yeah, hang on. Anonymous in Plant. Hello, Anonymous. You're on the MJ Morning Show.
Hey, good morning. How you doing?
We are doing well. So you are former law enforcement?
I'm a retired detention deputy.
Ah, very good. All right. So what is your observation on this whole cell phone thing?
Well, from my experience, I was a booking deputy, and booking is a madhouse most of the time. So when they allowed the supervisors to use their personal phones, and we, the troops, would be getting killed down there in booking, just overrun. Supervisors would be in what we call the bubble that overlooks booking.
Yep.
And you would walk up there and go in. They got their heads down on the phones, buying Amazon, selling whatever, and just looking up social media. And you just leave your troops out there on their own. They're not paying attention.
Right. And also, some bad things can happen in booking. You really need to be totally alert.
Yeah, absolutely. And bad stuff happens a lot.
And sometimes, now, when they're in booking, sometimes have they been thoroughly searched, or is there a chance that they've snuck something in as well?
That does happen.
Yeah.
Not a lot, but on occasion it does happen.
You got to check the fifth pocket.
There have been guns brought in there.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And listen, I've done a ton of ride-alongs with the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office over the years. I've been an honorary deputy since Cal Henderson days. I've been an honorary deputy through Cal, through Sheriff G, now Sheriff Chronister, and I've done hundreds, maybe over 100 ride-alongs, just a lot of ride-alongs. And I'm going to start up again in a couple of weeks. So I'm going to start riding along again. Every once in a while, maybe once a month on the weekends. And I know that when I've been with a deputy and we transport somebody to Orient or to Falkenberg, wherever they're taken, I know that they always say, "Do you have anything on your person? If you have anything that you shouldn't have, do not bring it in, because if they bring it into the jail after being informed, then charges are actually enhanced."
It's a felony.
Yeah. So whatever they might have, shiv, a little blade, or drugs, or whatever they might have.
And with them not paying attention, and there's a manpower shortage. When I first started in booking back in 2010, it was 8 to 10 deputies. Now sometimes you're running booking with 5 to 6. So you need those extra eyes, but they're up there, their heads down, not paying attention.
100%, buddy. Thanks for the call. I appreciate it. All right, so what do you think about the mayor of New York telling citizens, if you see his transit cops in the subway on the phone, take a picture of them and rat them out? What do you think about that?
I'm kind of torn. Like you said, if they're all gathered up in one place with their heads down looking on the phones, yeah, that's a bad look. But, if you're walking around and you're checking something.
But they all could be looking at the latest bolo.
Exactly.
Which is to be on the lookout. Hey, buddy, thanks for the call. I appreciate it. Yeah. Fester, you're very disturbed at something that you sent me last night. I want to address that in a minute.
Yes.
First, though, is there anything that you guys are curious about? Is there anything that I mentioned on the show that you might want to pry a bit or poke or maybe ask a question, inquire a little further?
Yes.
And what might that be, Froggy?
Are you and Michelle going to do it on your trip?
No.
Yeah, I have the same question about you and Michelle.
What happened? What happened?
You like a strange room?
I'm really just concerned more about Michelle.
No, what happened at the opening of this segment?
You said you're getting a prostate exam?
I did not say I was getting a
test.
I said I was going to Dr. L. I have to be at the doctor at 10:30 this morning to have a test done. And I don't know. Listen, they recommend it, but I'm wondering if it's...
COVID test?
No, I've already had my yearly physical. My physical, I'm in pretty good shape. Everything looked pretty good. I have no major issues. My physical looked pretty good.
You're doing a stress test?
No. I did that part of my physical. Okay. And my stress test, my ticker, appears to be in good shape. Everything seems to be fine. No, I'm going in, and this is kind of like an add-on deal. And I guess they bring this unit in like a couple of times a year. I'm having some kind of a special carotid artery test where I think they take some kind of magic wand and they jam it on my neck. And I think they do like an ultrasound or something on your carotid arteries. And to find out if you got all kinds of plaque buildup, if I'm like a walking stroke waiting to happen or something.
And a normal cardiologist doesn't have this in his office? This is a special piece of equipment?
Well,
sounds expensive.
Well, they don't have the equipment all the time. They have a specialist that comes into the office a couple of times a year, and I'm going to find out about my carotid arteries.
So you couldn't just do a chest scan to see that?
Well, I need to do that. There's another thing he wants me, as part of my physical, there's something else that he wants me to get done, and I haven't gotten to that yet.
It's probably best you don't know what's going on with your arteries.
Wait a second.
Just live.
It's best that you just...
What, are you going to do every test in the book?
So you kind of just roll the dice every day. So you shouldn't do any, preventive medicine? Is that it?
No, you can go take
Are you the kind of person, you don't want to know what's going on? Just say la vie?
That's Fester, totally. I'm not like that. I do go to the doctor, but I'm not going to test every single part of my body.
I went to the
Fester,
doctor,
what was the
too.
last time you were at the doctor's office?
Why don't we play a better game? Guess who was president last time I went to the doctor?
George W. Bush.
Which term?
Second.
That's true.
Oh,
2007.
really?
2007.
I just nailed it.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
I got my blood work coming up May 11th.
Dude, I don't have a primary care physician. I go someplace, they say, in case we had to fill out applications to work here. In case of emergency, who to contact? I wrote 911.
Did you really?
Yes. Who? In case of an emergency, who do we call?
Don't
Call
your kids go to the
911.
doctor?
They go.
Call 911.
Does your wife go to the doctor?
I don't know. I don't know what the hell she does all day.
911, what's your emergency?
Takes care of your household.
Yeah. Hi, Fester's collapsed on the floor. Is this 911?
Who do we call in case of an emergency? Call these people.
Yeah, call an ambulance, not your wife.
Yeah, call my wife.
In the event
She'll
of an
find
emergency.
out.
Can't we get a physical done on Fester just to get like his blood work levels, just to see?
Listen,
I wonder.
Dude, you haven't had a physical in how long?
You haven't had your labs done in forever.
Labs? No.
Like blood work.
No.
I just got my labs done last week.
Yeah, I get them done every 6 months.
You get labs done every 6 months?
My neighbor's got a couple of labs. I see him walking them all the time. All right, folks, when we get back.
Good one, dude.
No, but seriously.
I thought you were going to make a meth lab joke.
In a little over, we got and meth labs as well. In a little over an hour, I'm going to be at my doctor's office getting some kind of special carotid artery test.
And what if they find a corrosion?
You know what they do? You know what part of the deal is? I think they tell you what your carotid artery age is, meaning, MJ or Todd Schnitt, got some bad news here. You've got the carotid artery age of an 89-year-old.
Yeah.
You're like Joe Biden or something.
There
you know?
goes your weekend.
You wish your heart was as good
I'm
as
going to try to
Biden's.
So I'm gonna get these results, and I'm gonna go shove pizza and fried clams in my face all weekend. I'm sorry, Roxanne. Go ahead.
No, I want to compile my different tests for different how my body is aged, and then submit it to the courts to try to get my legal age changed.
I wonder if that's possible.
Yeah, good. Wow. Oh yeah. So my body is really that of a 9-year-old. So I'm gonna be 9 again. All right. When we get back, final chunk of the show, including Fester, very disturbed. Fester, you sent me the story about the Ring doorbell deal.
Yeah. This is a nightmare.
Yeah, this has disturbed you.
I think it would disturb everybody once the details get out.
Are we going to hear Fester serious for like the first time this week? Hold on. It could happen next. And then a lot of stuff we got to cram in the final chunk of the show. And that is next here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105.
You're
little bit.
selling this the wrong way.
Well, no, you hit me with this last night. You're like, whoa. You had a comment in your email. You had a comment. This is scary stuff.
I think anybody would agree with me.
Oh, no, this is absolutely scary.
Yeah, I'm not out on
But
an island on this.
It seems like, though, this kind of touched a little bit of a fester nerve, and typically you don't have a whole lot of emotion. That's, feelings, thank you.
I don't want you to confuse my acknowledgement of it being scary to me actually caring about these people. That's not, I mean, I don't know what you're,
nice.
But these are strangers as far as I'm concerned. However, this scenario is a pretty scary scenario.
All right, go ahead. What happened?
So you get an alert on your phone that your Ring camera is going off, and you have teenage children at home, and you're watching your children be robbed at gunpoint on your Ring camera on your phone.
Oh, there's a ton of stuff. There's a whole YouTube channel dedicated to Ring video craziness, creepiness. That would be
how
horrendous.
How helpless do you feel?
So your teenage kids are on the ground with their hands behind their head. And
You get an alert. You got strong arm home invasion robbers in your house. Your kids are on the ground. They're at gunpoint.
Yeah, people walking around the house with guns, like rifles.
All right, here's the story. A teenage girl and her two friends were robbed at gunpoint as homeowners watched the terrifying home invasion on their Ring app. Video shows two armed men burst into a house in Pasadena, Texas, and ordered the three victims on the floor. One of the suspects lifted one of the teens by her hair and ordered her to another part of the house. As the robbery unfolded, the girl's parents, who were out of town, or out for the evening, rather, they watched in horror on their cell phones.
Oh, wait, they had cameras inside, too?
Inside the house.
Oh.
Yeah,
So they get on the speaker and go, police are on the way.
Well, hey, they said, hey, who's in my house? I got you on camera. My neighbors are there. They're calling the cops right now. Y'all better get out of my house. You'll all better get out of my house now.
There's a bomb in the house that's going off in 10 seconds. 9, 8.
Lieutenant James Holt of the Pasadena, Texas Police Department says the video shows just how traumatic and terrifying the incident actually was. As soon as that camera system activates and someone is talking to them saying, get out of my home, you can actually see how quickly they left. So it appears that the ability to talk over the app. So, Fester, you've got a Ring camera inside our office because somebody was vandalizing our morning show office.
Yes, Froggy, somebody was.
Dude, I'm glad you think it's me.
Didn't you walk in with like a blanket over your head?
It wasn't me.
Oh,
all right.
I don't know what you're talking about, but it was a big banner. Yeah.
We have a 24-hour monitoring system in our MJ Morning Show office, which is completely ridiculous and probably unnecessary. However, I catch the most amazing things.
Did you see me in there yesterday?
It goes off every time somebody walks in our office. Coop was in there the other day. When were you in there, Coop?
Coop takes a girl in there.
I think it was last Friday.
It was like last Friday, like 11:30 after the show. Everybody's gone. My ring, bring, goes off, and I look. There's Coop just sitting in my chair with his feet on the desk.
Smoking a cigar.
Oh, man, if I had a cigar, I would have been smoking it.
So I
sipping on some Jack.
Watch what goes on here. It's illegal.
It's in our group office, and I purchased the cameras.
Now, are you allowed to talk over our camera? Can you talk to them?
Why don't you ask Coop?
Oh, I thought God was talking to me. It was so creepy.
So wait a minute.
He's got on there when I've been in here on the weekend, and
Coop,
they're like, hello?
You roll in. Fester gets the activation that our camera has picked up something in the office. You watch the Ring app. You see Coop sitting at your desk in your chair, feet propped up on the desk, and you start what? You start what did he say?
All I heard was, "I'm watching you, Coop," and I was like, I didn't know where it came from. I'm looking around and I'm like, am I hallucinating? Like, did I not get enough sleep last night?
That's great.
You're taking a pull at Jeff Tubin.
I'll tell you what happened I'll tell you what happened 2 weeks ago. Froggy went in there on a Saturday.
Right.
And he covered up the camera that sits on top of the bookshelf. But he didn't cover up the camera that's on the blinds.
You have two cameras?
I have double cameras.
Do you really?
So I'm going to catch you either way.
You are insane.
So, but yeah, it goes off in my pocket probably 50 times a day. I look up, there's Ted dropping off. When you told me I had to have the dwarf sign a release and the release would be in the office, I already knew that because I saw Ted go in our office and drop it down in front of the computer where I found it the next morning.
You're paranoid.
I see the cleaning guy every day about 9:30. Come in, vacuums out, sees if I have any trash, goes out.
You should have everybody text you right now at 813-310-8444. You're a paranoid fatty.
Why'd you just give
what?
Why'd you just give Fester's cell phone number out again?
813-310-8444.
Listen,
paranoid fatty. Let's go.
I'm fine with
Hold on. You are telling people to send Fester
a text right now
that says paranoid fatty
or paranoid fat boy.
All right, folks, whatever you do.
813-310-8444. It's been a while. So let's have some fun.
I don't think that it's appropriate for you to be blaring Fester's private, personal cell phone number out over the air.
I'll do it backwards. 444-8-013-318.
All right. So remember last Friday we had the DJ Yuckface?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
How can I forget?
DJ
You
Yuckface
caused a big giant problem in here because you wrecked the studio.
DJ Yuckface did not have his light show because I might have taken it home and used it for my Christmas decoration.
Yes.
So I brought it back yesterday and I put it up in the office and I turned it on. So all day yesterday we had laser lights going off in the office. And the only person to recognize was the poor cleaning guy who I freaked out at like 9:30. He opens the door to the office, MJ. Look up here. Look at the screen here.
Yeah.
He goes back and he gets Ted, who's still here at 10 o'clock at night. And Ted and the cleaning guy are just looking at our office. I'm sitting at home in my underwear.
Fester's showing me the video right now from his camera.
Why is Ted here at 10 o'clock?
Yeah, so we have the whole office going, all the disco lights. The cleaning guy stuck his head in there
What's
originally.
going on in the room?
And then he gets Ted, and Ted's like, well.
I love that cleaning guy. He's awesome.
I've never met him, but
he works at Walmart too.
I've seen him 1,000 times. Super nice guy, I'm sure.
Well, I wonder if he was like a sex show was going on in there or something.
Well,
you see the lights through the blinds.
Strip club going on
I
over
see
there.
everything that happens in the office.
All right, we got a lot to do here in the final segment of the MJ Morning Show here on a Thursday. What is this? Elon Musk is joking that he'll buy Coca-Cola next.
Good.
And put the cocaine back in.
Put it back.
Is that what he said?
Yes.
Don't you think it's funny when I make jokes like this?
Here's the thing. People thought he was a joke about buying Twitter, and he buys it.
Well, it hasn't closed yet. And
Does he
also,
have unlimited amounts of money or what?
Well, listen,
I mean,
he's worth like 200 and something billion, but Tesla's getting hammered stock-wise.
It'll be fine.
I want to buy a few cumulus clouds, and I want to put them up in my house.
I want to buy all the cumulus clouds? Is
I
that
want to buy every cumulus cloud and install them in my house.
When is the Twitter stock going to close?
I don't know.
Is it like the next couple of months?
I don't know what the deal is. So he's offering $54.20 a share for every outstanding share of Twitter stock, and he's taking it private.
Okay, so is it a good move right now, MJ, for me to dump my entire 401k into Twitter at $49.27, which is the price right now?
But I don't know what the cutoff date is.
It's available. I could buy it right now.
But, all right.
And
buy it in the stock market.
Buy it through. I could buy it through Robinhood. Put $10,000 into Twitter stock at 49.7.
But I don't know if you had to be a shareholder as of a certain date, like prior to the announcement.
I don't know.
Yeah, I
figure he has to buy it on closing day. Why would it still be for sale?
I don't know. You might want to check into that because that seems a wee bit easy. If right now you could make a $5 profit,
10% flip.
Hello, Elon Musk here. I have an announcement to make.
Yes, Elon.
I bought 2 new things today.
What?
I bought a Milky Way candy bar franchise and actual Milky Way.
The Galaxy?
I bought the Galaxy.
You bought the Milky Way?
I'm going to have the Galaxy installed in my room. So when I wake up, I see the Milky Way.
I thought you, wait a minute, I thought you didn't have a house right now. You sold all of your houses and you're bouncing back and forth and sleeping on friends' couches.
I had an invisible house built. You can't see it. It's 1 million square feet.
Did we talk about this already? And there's been so much on the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial.
Yeah, I got a couple of things actually that we haven't even gotten to yet today.
Did she date Elon?
Yeah.
Or
Yes.
cheat with
Yes.
Elon?
Yes,
Somebody said she's the
Guess
Tesla.
what? I've got the whole Amber Heard and Elon Musk, a complete timeline of their relationship. Oh, yeah, I got a whole thing today. Listen, I can't get to everything every day. But seriously, Elon Musk says that he wants to buy Coca-Cola and put the cocaine back in. He was asked, what are you going to do next?
Was that? I thought that was like a meme. Is that real? He really posted that?
He's clearly joking.
I'm making a ha-ha.
But he was asking, hey, what are you going to do next after this $44 billion acquisition of Twitter? And that's what he said. He was buying Coca-Cola, and he's going to put the cocaine back in.
I'm going to buy Mount Fuji and replace it with the Amber Heard's mountain of turds.
Stop.
Did you like my dramatic effect?
No, we did not. I think you were trying to figure out what you were going to say and not violate FCC.
That's exactly right.
I'm going to carve Mount Turdmore and just have Amber's face on it.
Guys.
You sound so good.
All right, now, I got to be honest. Michelle and I are both on Team Jack Sparrow. Michelle and I both think, listen.
I think he has everybody wrapped around his finger.
Yeah, he's so charismatic, even in his stupor.
Which means he's probably a real creep.
They're both out of their minds. All right. They are both mentally defective. They are both crazy as F. All right. However, we side more with Johnny Depp, and I think that there's more lunacy on the Amber Heard side, with her borderline personality disorder, whatever's going on. But seriously, there's a whole Amber Heard, Elon Musk relationship timeline. And yes, they did date. So I don't know if you want me to go through the whole timeline. They broke up once, then they got together again. Then
I dump you. I take you back.
Dude, I saw a picture of her getting out of the Tesla that he gave her.
No,
why don't you swallow your food before you make statement on the radio?
I'll do it both.
Listen, I don't want to get too in the weeds on this, but just some of the details.
I didn't think he was like such a ladies' man.
Heard and Musk met while on the set of the 2013.
Okay, I'm sorry, I got to interrupt you real quick.
Excuse me.
I didn't realize, you guys aren't kidding. There was cocaine in Coca-Cola.
Yes, there was.
You didn't know that?
To 1929.
Yeah,
Like 1929, you could.
Hence the name Coca-Cola.
Roxanne, you really didn't know that?
Yeah, early on there was cocaine in Coca-Cola.
Have you been to the Coca-Cola factory in Atlanta?
Yes, and they did not give out cocaine.
Back then they were like,
this stuff is amazing. Somebody give me a Lucky Strike. I can't take it anymore. Where's the Coca-Cola?
Okay, continue.
Heard and Musk met while on the set of a 2013 movie called Machete Kills. Heard and Musk met on this Robert Rodriguez film in which the former starred.
Machete.
Is it whatever?
It's Machete.
So, Heard starred, and then I guess Musk made a cameo, and I guess that they hit it off. And Musk insisted that the pair were nothing more than friends until Heard's divorce from Depp, and then Musk's divorce from his then wife, Tallulah Riley, was finalized in 2016. Then it became official that they were together. Heard posted a photo of herself and Musk in April of 2017. When the time was right, they both acknowledged they were single and that they were pursuing each other romantically. Later that month, this is back in 2017, the Aquaman actress posted a photo of herself with Musk with a lipstick mark on his face. He was reportedly attracted to Heard's edginess and that she wasn't frightened about being different.
I love how different you are.
Bathrooms, I don't even use them. You have a California king? That's fine.
I wonder.
My last girlfriend left mints under my pillow.
I wonder if she ever did a grumpy in Elon Musk's bed.
Maybe that's why he dumped her.
Elon, I'm just marking my territory. You're my now.
Yeah, there's a whole timeline here. Then they broke up. Then they got back together again. Hold on. Let's see. They broke up. Then there was another chance. Musk and Heard gave their relationship another shot after their first breakup at the end of 2017. They spent the holiday together visiting Easter Island.
Yes.
That was those funny big rock heads, right?
I'm going to buy all of them and install them in my front yard.
Buying all of the rock heads on Easter Island?
Yes, along with, what's the circular thing? With the rock.
Oh, the Stonehenge thing.
Yeah, Stonehenge. I'm going to put that in my garden.
You're buying Stonehenge as well?
Yes, in my garden.
You're going to put it in your backyard? Is that it?
And, of course, the replica Amber Heard turd will be back there as well.
That's called the rock.
Hang on a second. Michelle's calling me. Why is? Hold on. Michelle's calling me. Maybe she wants to weigh in on something. Hold on. All right.
She's calling you on your cell. I hope everything's okay.
Yeah, she's calling my cell phone. Hey, hold on. Michelle, hang on. Michelle, I'm calling you. Hang on.
Did you see the witness on the...
hang on a minute. Yeah, Michelle, yes. Hold on. Hang on. I'm going to call you on the phone. Hang up, and I'm going to call you up right now. Hang on.
Just like taking hold of the show. What is she doing?
She is so into the Amber Heard, Elon Musk story and the Johnny Depp trial. She's like...
Did she see the high witness driving and vaping? That was awesome.
What was that?
There was a witness.
Oh yeah, I have that.
He was vaping and driving.
The witness was in his car. He was testifying while driving. Yes, Michelle.
No, you were missing the three biggest points about that turd Musk relationship.
Yes.
The Amber turd Musk. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's alleged that they started dating while she was still married to Depp, first of all.
Right.
Then supposedly she had a threesome with Musk and this, some model person, Carla Delevingne or something. I don't know how to pronounce her name.
Yep.
Cara Delevingne?
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
That occurred in that apartment, that's like Depp's apartment, while she was still married to Depp.
Okay.
And, she's had a baby, but she's not, with anybody. And there is a floating theory that Elon Musk fathered the baby.
It's not my baby. It's not.
It is my cyborg.
Look at his face. I'm currently building my own baby at the parts.
in the Tesla factory.
Yes, I'm building a Tesla baby.
Hang on. Is the baby being built in the Tesla factory or is the baby being built in the SpaceX factory?
We're building the baby in the Boring factory. Right next to the flame.
You had the baby.
All right. So, Michelle.
Michelle.
Now, what's the story? Who testified while driving in their car at the trial yesterday?
I think it was the doorman. I think he's the one who also said he's just got so much going on. He just wants to be done with this. And he literally was driving around. It was actually, I think, a recorded deposition. So he was driving around while he was answering the question.
He's doing a deposition while he's driving his car on Zoom?
Just blowing the thickest vape clouds ever.
Yeah, Johnny Depp was laughing. He had him rolling.
You could not laugh.
And then the judge after goes, well, that was a first. Never
really?
seen it.
Hold on, wait a minute. Are you sitting at home all day watching this trial?
I watch it while I work.
What is that
day.
on? What is it on? Law and Order TV or whatever? Law and Crime.
It's the same logo as Law and Order, but it's Law and Crime.
It's Law and Crime. Yeah, that's
every day I watch it while I work for hours. I know everything about it.
That's crazy.
And I drew a doodle that was really cool too.
All right, Michelle. Anything else you'd like to add to the latest in the Amber Heard Johnny Depp trial debacle?
Justice for Johnny.
Oh, he's got you hoodwinked too.
No. Michelle and I both think that they're both out of their minds. They're both crazy, but we side more with Johnny Depp.
I never said Johnny Depp was crazy. Don't.
You want to see crazy? I'll show you crazy.
Well, I think they're both mental cases.
Yeah, he's eccentric.
I'll show you crazy. Whatever you do to the bed, I'll still sleep in it.
Yeah.
The grumpy. All right, Michelle, anything else before I get out of here?
No, see soon.
All right, see. Oh, no, I got to go to the doctor now.
It's a bad day to go to the doctor.
Why is that?
Good timing.
Because we're leaving on an airplane?
I know, but I
don't know when you'll be back.
Michelle, I made the carotid artery scan appointment with Dr. L. I made this before I ever knew we were going on. This appointment was made. This was made in January.
You say this all the time.
Listen, our flight leaves later this afternoon.
I made my appointment before you told me about
Michelle,
the other one.
what if he has a messed up artery? There goes the weekend.
And your insurance settlement.
Wouldn't you rather not know? Maybe after the weekend get it tested.
By the way, this is a cash deal. There's no insurance on this.
No, I'm talking about the life insurance.
This is out of pocket, though, my test.
You kicked the bucket. Listen, Michelle needs to know if something's wrong with that heart so she can start making future plans.
My current insurance policy, which is worth $3 million. My current
reminding you for about the millionth time.
Yeah, my current life insurance policy.
Michelle, let me infest you now.
The 10-year term ends on January 1st of 23. I only have another 7 months or so left on my life insurance policy, and I have $3 million worth of life insurance, and it's a pretty good rate. I only pay like a couple of grand a year, but I got the renewal, and it went through my next 10 years. It is ridiculous. It's like 20 grand a year. I'm like, what? I'm not paying 20 grand a year. My life insurance went nuts for the renewal come January 1st. So I'm not renewing that policy. I'll tell you that right now.
Michelle, I'm just going to tell you, he kicks the bucket, you land $3 million. I'll come over 3 times a week and tell you jokes for the same thing they're paying me here.
I'm going to call that. All right. Bye, Michelle. I'll see you in a little bit.
That's just going to make a move on Michelle when you die.
Please stop it. I got to run, folks. I got a lot of stuff to do. I got a plane to catch. So anything else before we get out of here, guys?
Good luck with your arteries. Jesus, this thing is broke.
What'd you do?
Good luck with your arteries.
Hey, before we get out of here, and guys, think of some last thoughts. I'll get to you guys in just a minute. If you care about money, if you care about your finances, if you care about having a plan and not like roaming around rudderless, floating around. If you really need a direction when it comes to your finances, this is where the Holland Group Retirement Wealth Advisors will work with you. They'll help you out. They'll build you a plan. That's what's important here. The Holland Group with Steve and Elizabeth Holland, they've been in the Tampa area now for like 3 decades. And they build financial plans. They build retirement plans. They will do this for you complimentary. They'll do it with no obligation. This is not going to cost you anything. They want to talk with you, meet with you, and build you a financial plan. Do you have one? If you currently have a current advisor or broker, when's the last time you had a second opinion? Are you headed in the right direction? A lot of times there are things they disagree with, and they're going to tell you why. And they're going to build you your own solid investment plan. The Holland Group Retirement Wealth Advisors reduce your portfolio risk, safely increase your income, reduce your taxes, get an ironclad estate plan. Just get a hold of my friends at the Holland Group, Steve and Elizabeth Holland. Just go to the website, thehollandgrp.com, thehollandgrp.com, and that's where you'll get the contact phone number, thehollandgrp.com. Tell them that MJ sent you. All right, any last-minute items before we shut things down for the day?
Yes. I'm mad.
Why are you mad, Frog?
Only 47 people have texted Fetcher so far, calling him fatty, fat boy.
Only 47?
So can we pick it up, please? 813-310-8444. Let's end the day on a bang, huh?
Do not text Fester at
813-310-8444.
Do not call Fester or text him on his personal phone.
813-310-8444.
I just delete them all, guys. Really, it's not that big a deal.
Fatty, fat boy.
All right. Roxanne, anything before we get out of here?
No, have safe travels. We'll see you back.
Well, thank you. And, folks, if you want to see my weekend travel trip up to New York and Connecticut, maybe some pizza involved and who knows what else, give me a follow on my Instagram, Certified Todd Schnitt. That's Certified TODDSCHN, as in November, ITT. And we'll see you back here shortly. Yeah, best of tomorrow, but it's going to be great. The best of is so solid, and you're going to hear stuff you never heard, so it's going to be like a brand new show for you anyway tomorrow. So we'll see you back here live on Monday. Have a great one, folks. It's the MJ Morning Show on Q105, and let's be careful out there.